realize... There we go. I didn't realize I didn't start the beginning of the run, but that's okay. We just picked Ares, we took the keepsake, and we'll just continue from here. It's a big oops.
I do appreciate this gift to me, although you really shouldn't have. The suffering which you inflict is ample compensation in itself.
So hopefully we'll be able to apply it to our attack or our special. We'll see what it gives us.
I know your efforts to come here have repeatedly been thwarted by good kin. However, we have caused such violence in the intervening time that we must take this as a real victory. Let us continue for however long it takes.
Okay, so he enjoys violence, which makes sense. Your attack inflicts doom, your special inflicts doom. This is a tough call. I mean, like, I do want the AoE doom, but I don't know if this is a mistake. I mean, I could always maybe heroic swap later. I'll try this for now. It's stronger in rarity, but I don't know if that's more useful overall. Because I could just do that to AoE, apply it. Yeah, we might take a point in Demeter or somebody. Oh, we immediately get the nectar back. Nice. Yay, violence indeed, chat. So let's just continue forward. We got the Shield of Chaos. Already used our keepsake. Random level up. Okay, well that's immediately going to apply to our Doom, which is good. I want to try to build a Doom focus build. We're getting a hammer this early? Okay. This could make up for a kind of lackluster combination of abilities for sure. Yeah, our Doom is almost strong enough to one-shot the fat people, so if we manage to land a good combo on a skull spawner, it might one-shot them, depending on how we hit it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's hope for something good, or if it's something we haven't had before, that it's not counterintuitive to what we just picked.
Should put some extra punch into this shield.
Your Bull Rush does damage, your special can strike up to 4 foes. Actually, you know what? I don't think this was that useful when we had it last time. Like, maybe if we have Zeus, this is good, but I don't think I actually want that with our current one, because it takes longer for the shield to come back to us, which I think is actually a bad thing. Special does 50 damage to foes around you when you catch it. Sure, we'll take that.
There, that's it.
So, just a little extra burst. It's just free damage. Our choices are purple or a key. I'll take purple. We'll also get some health from this. Not too bad. Oh, almost got hit by that. That was scary. Ooh, a portal to Chaos or Aphrodite. I really don't want Aphrodite in this scenario, so I'm gonna skip her. Let's do Chaos. This is for you, chat. I did say I wanted to talk to him at some point.
The heart of the underworld.
So we can't gift him anymore, but he might react to our last conversation with Nyx and or the shield.
From the rumblings of the earth, I have deduced your father himself stands against you when at last you are about to leave these depths. It must be quite an interaction between you. Have I deduced correctly? Respond.
We got another conversation, but that's not related to anything we just learned. Disappointing.
That's right, Master Chaos. My father personally takes it upon himself to stop me in the event none of his underlings beat him to it. He can be a handful.
Well then, consider bringing to one of your future interactions the small round catalyst which I provided you. The one in the shape you call an egg. It shall serve no purpose there at all. Yet if you succeed, then it shall bring us some amusement, shall it not?
Is that a hint that I should actually do that? Just beat him with a completely useless keepsake? Maybe. Think about it.
Yes? Was I supposed to respond there?
I don't think I want the one that increases our special damage, because we're not even doing it for that. We could get a cast improvement. So I just take extra damage for the next 4 encounters, but deal 78 more with the cast. I mean, as I said before, the backup is to always take the cast damage. Always, 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 chat. Prophecy foretold, apparently. So our choices are absolutely terrible. I might as well take the health up. So I can just use the regular shield throw to poke enemies if I want to play really safe. Which is really no downside to.
It's dark, all right.
I could go to that bonus area for gold, which seems really horrible given that we don't really have anything strong. However, we did get another Ares. So as long as we don't get an attack up and we get literally anything else Ares has to offer, I think I'll take it. Like, his cast is okay. His call is decent. If we could get his legendary, both are extremely good. In terms of what our third god should be, I don't really know. So I'll definitely take chat suggestions. Maybe we'll do Demeter for safety. Just to get that extra status ailment guaranteed. But we want to be pumping Ares as much as possible for the Doom damage. So if we can have delayed Doom, I think that would be really good for us. Oh, he like clipped us. Annoying.
I'm empty.
Hello, Ares.
In the name of Hades.
Just slaying, deal more damage after you take Doom damage inflicted around you. No, we'll do the cast. Again, that's our backup, chat. Choices are the shop or health. Well, we only have 98 gold, and that's not enough to get anything in the shop. So unless we bank on fighting an optional boss, as we've seen before that Charon is fightable, I'd rather just take the guaranteed health. I do like that we could play very passively with the shield with this particular build. I don't have to care too much. Nice. Decent amount of health. We're at 135. Choices are Poseidon or Aphrodite. This is actually a good question. Who would be a good follow-up for us? Aphrodite on a normal strike could be good for us. But now we run the risk of we need Athena somewhere. So I think Athena on our shield might be more useful. So I actually don't want anything that would be useful on our normal strike. I think that would be a mistake. But what god should I choose is the question. If I get Poseidon's Call, that could be interesting. We do have moves that knock back naturally, so if we could get his Rupture, maybe we'll go for that. I think I want to reserve our attack for Athena, if we can. That way, when we just normal strike for not a lot of damage, or we do our charge move, because I think it applies the normal attack when we charge, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever we do the Bull Rush, that move, it could deflect, which could be useful. And Athena's got good base damage.
I'll take it.
Nice. We maxed our health. Easy peasy. So I think, logically speaking, I either want the passive from him or I want his call. His cast is okay. Athena's cast might be more useful in this scenario. Let's see. I mean, if it's between these two casts and call, then it's a no-brainer. I do Poseidon. So I guess the game has decided who our next god is. Easy boss kill. Well, we could gift him more.
Me, I stab you. I salute you, Uncle Poseidon. Your strength and confidence inspire me, and you accepted me as part of the family without question. It means a lot.
Oh, nephew, but you needn't shower me with offerings and praise, you know. I have no need of showering at all. Not when I've the sea itself to do with as I please. Nephew, why, the seas up here, they're just about as widely feared as your vast underworld down there. For water can be deadlier than bronze.
Attack deals damage, knocks foes away. S deals damage in an AoE. Sure. I don't know what Poseidon Ares synergy is at all. I don't remember if we've seen it, as it's been a while. I don't want to give up our attack, as I said before. Even though that is entertaining. Oh, I could have gotten his dash move. Oh, I didn't think about that. We'll take his cast for now. Yeah, that's a big AoE, chat. Kind of liking it. Especially since we're going to get the buff really soon. In fact, we already have it. Okay. That should be significant damage.
Wretches, take him now.
Okay.
Oh, I was trying to shield charge. It didn't come out, so I walked forward by accident.
Not yet.
I mean, the AoE's not bad. We could definitely improve it for sure. We're racking up a decent amount of gold from that encounter.
Fine, go.
And we barely got injured at all. We're at 124. We have an optional encounter here. I think we'll go do that.
Let's see.
Infernal Trove will spawn ahead. Don't care about that. Cast deals more damage. Maybe. I mean, that would make life easy, but... we'll save our gold. Proceed unalterable. Sure thing.
Hey, hey.
Hey, sir.
Oh, I never tried talking to Bouldy. Oh, I hope that's not why we can't advance conversations with him. That would be such a dumb way to not advance it.
Bouldy, I'm Zagreus. Good to make your acquaintance. I know that friends are difficult to come by here in Tartarus, and so I'm grateful that you seem to be a trusty one.
Yeah, we couldn't talk to him prior to the last conversation we had, I think. Look at Bouldy's face, chat. Look at it. Smiling at us.
Okay.
I think he likes you.
Sisyphus, you mind my asking what you did to warrant this particular arrangement you've got here? Pushing a boulder till the end of time and all? Never heard it in your own words.
Well, it's a bit of a long story, Prince. My time had come, though I just wasn't ready, you might say. Your father thought he had me in his clutches, but then, shoom, I gave him the slip. Your father's henchman, Thanatos, he'll back me up on that.
Outsmarted Thanatos, that's amazing. What happened then?
Turns out your father doesn't like us mortals cheating death. Eventually they found me, so now I'm stuck here with my boulder friend. I push old Bouldy up the hill to the beat of the Fury's whips, then he tumbles down, and then we go again.
So then you're stuck forever. No reprieve. That's terrible. Wish there was something I could do to help.
You save those sympathies for someone else, Your Highness. I could be Prometheus, spending an eternity having my liver gobbled up. But instead, I get to stay in shape and have these chats with you. Now, I'd better get back to it.
Okay, that sounded like we advanced the plot with him a little bit, which is good. I could get more gold. I think I'll get darkness here.
Good choice.
Nix's power.
So let's go ahead and get more darkness yet again. Our only choice in the next room. Oh, that AoE feels so good. When we just need the bursts. Chaos definitely came through for us that time, chat. Our choices are only the shop. I don't have a lot of gold, though, unfortunately. It looks like we might be in a little bit of a bind here. So our choices is Dionysus or health. I kind of don't want Dionysus at all here, to be honest with you. I don't want to get him on our normal attack, and I don't want his call. It's a real shame we didn't get him earlier. So I would have taken his cast for sure. But I can't afford to purchase this and not get anything, so I'm just gonna get the health.
I can use this.
So sorry, Dionysus. Maybe another run. Again, I do like his cast, but I don't think it would be fun to do his other things. As I said before, I wanted to focus on Athena. I'd rather not go back on my word. I mean, I guess he would be okay on my normals, but nothing
Why did it
amazing.
Keep you waiting, ladies.
I'm ready, sister. How many times have we been going at it like this, Zagreus? You tired of me yet?
We're still actually getting dialogue with them, surprisingly.
We're both immortals, Meg. We'll be seeing plenty of each other for a while yet. I've come to welcome these occasions.
Then good. Lashing you across the face beats waiting for the opportunity to do so. Come.
Can't do that.
We're not finished yet. I said die.
Dang, this is where Athena would have been useful. I mean, we could kill her just with ranged projectiles. I don't have to melee with the shield, chat. It's a suggestion the game gives me. But nah. Right, chat? Nah. It's fine. Oh, she went invincible again. Anyway, chat, Meg is free. Just want you to know. She barely clipped me there. Like, whatever. She died off screen, chat. She is by far the easiest boss. Which makes sense, she's the first boss. I actually think her sisters are way more threatening. I'm more scared of them than a lot of the other bosses. Like when we get the murder to Symphony, that boss I don't like. But yeah, free. Listen, chat, I just have to play it like I'm playing a bow, and then everything works out.
Tartarus has proved unable to contain.
Got to keep going.
Okay,
Which
so
to choose?
we'll be able to max our keepsake with Athena. We still have to get more encounter rate ups for Hermes. We'll probably bring it to him. We haven't used the egg at all, so I feel at some point I'll just embrace the egg for chat. But we'll probably bring it to the end of one of our runs. And if this run goes really well, I'll do it for the cosmic egg.
Go with that one.
Because he did require us, he did request for us to do that, and I don't know if that's honestly needed or not. Oh, pay 100, get extra health? Shame we can't do that. 823, get 30 purple? Sure. Yeah, we'll embrace the egg at some point. I feel like we still need to keep talking to the gods first, though, because we are very far behind on gifting people. But for sure, we'll have like a pure chaos run at some point.
A fishing point.
A fishing point and a chaos point. Very interesting. That's a good question, Try. I will answer that as soon as we get this fish. I need to concentrate on the timing. There we go.
Come on out.
So the egg gives a 20% chance increased bind rate, excuse me, 20% rare increase for anything we get from chaos. But chaos gates normally cost health to get into. So for example, descending here would cost me 24. If I had the keepsake on me, it would be free. So it makes his visits ultra free. In fact, we should probably visit him again because Palm of Power is kind of lame.
Going in.
This is for Chad.
In the name of Hades.
Ooh, he had no conversations with us. Dash Strike is improved, or Epic. Each time you get a cast, afterwards get an extra cast. Okay. I guess we're going cast build again, chat. Listen. I'm not gonna say no. Ooh, he gave us ones I don't like. See, this is where if we had multiple dice, I think I could have re-rolled one of these into a god for free. We'll take purple, though. I don't really care about gems anymore, and our nectar total is okay. It's still at 7.
Let's see how quickly I can slay you all. Curse of chaos.
Oh, that's right. I take damage if I use the cast. Let's not do that. We'll just win it with good old-fashioned shield spam. Or throw shield actually deletes projectiles. That's useful. Yeah, we're just gonna ricochet this off screen for a while, chat.
Short work.
I lost a little bit of health because I was being foolish. We could get a Poseidon or a Palm. I guess I should see what this is about, although I'm really concerned this is gonna be hard. Locked requires 10 heat. Out of here. What a useless upgrade we got. I can only do the early ones. So never mind, chat. We're not gonna do it. The only time it would be useful. Get trolled, apparently. Okay, easy peasy.
Good, come on in, baby.
Throw that off screen. Should get a couple kills. Another one of those, really? Another one? Really? Come on. I would be using our cast here if it didn't hurt us. But alas, here we are. There must be quite a few of them if it's ricocheting like this back to me. Or he's off screen. That also works. Which is best boy, Bouldy or Doggo? Asking the hard-hitting questions. Special inflicts Doom, AoE does more damage. I think we want AoE does more damage. As much as Doom is entertaining, this being able to burst is so much more important. Earn 150 gold? I think we could do that.
Remain exactly where you are.
Oh, I thought it was... I think that is the downside. Sometimes I think the shield has come back to me, and I realize it's just one of the ricochets. Not that one that actually gives me the shield. Unfortunate. Took a little damage there, but I think it's worth it in the long run. 95 gold could end up with an upgrade.
Cheers.
Nice. I mean, for me, I'm probably leaning towards Bouldy, honestly. But I'm sure chat has different opinions. And we can use that gold immediately to heal and get a fishing point?
Worth it.
That was worth it. I gained 1 gold, but completely worth it. And we could go fight Athena now? Sure. We're not fight Athena. Well, we'll fight for Athena, I guess. Anyway, back at full health. Bouldy's best Bouldy, Doggo's best Doggo. Trying to take the neutral stance.
Time for another voyage aboard the barge of death.
We're gonna do a shield bash, that way I could get the multi-shot effect from the Chaos Shield, aka the whole reason of using it. Now, fortunately, our dash attack can do quite a bit of damage when we're waiting for our shield to come back. I kind of like how that's set up. If we could get Athena's Call, it will give us a really easy way to set up deflect on enemies. But if we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. Oh, he let go like a second later than I thought he would. What a troll. Took a little bit of damage there, but we're overall pretty fine.
Lady Athena.
Hello, Athena. We need to keep gifting you.
As I remain committed to my task, Goddess, I'm reminded none of this would have been possible without your aid. And so, I must give thanks, even if through a meager offering.
So I feel like we're on our 4th or 5th heart now, compared to just 3. So I'm feeling a little better about this.
I know there isn't much that you can do to show your gratitude at present, Zagreus. But I would ask that you save it for when your task is complete. You've more important matters to attend to now.
But our task is complete. We already beat Hades.
Remain relentless in your effort to escape, dear cousin. In spite of all our differences, perseverance is a quality we all possess.
But I've already won. Attack is stronger and can deflect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. And it came with rare. Look at how everything came with rare or epic. So I think our passives and keepsakes came through here. Let's get guaranteed deflect here. Because I think while the shield is bouncing, I can deflect and do other things. Okay, so we're gonna meet Hermes again, sure. We'll take him. And now we should be able to use our cast on demand, or we don't even need to.
Peace and quiet.
In fact, we still haven't found a fishing point yet, which is a little concerning. Also, I got stuck in those urns. Yeah, see, we can't gift Hermes anymore, so we have to do something to make him like us, which is, I suspect, might be keepsake related, because a few of the gods have mentioned theirs at this point.
Come quickly, boss. You need to hurry up and get out of there. You're running out of time. You're not, really, but it's a bit of motivation, eh?
Okay, what is he gonna give us? Specialist faster, hold cast of rapid fire, you can dash more times in a row. I think I want more dashes.
Hit the spot.
Our choice is a key. I'll take it for now.
Next island.
But we'll be re-rolling for sure the later ones, because the key will give us one more chance of re-roll. Yeah, if we could just get some status ailments on them, we'd be doing so well. Doom, I think, will count as one of them, so we just need another god that could give us an easy bonus. Yeah, that 214, pretty powerful. Pushes them away from us. So I could just kind of do stuff like that. There's very little they could do.
Thank
So-
the gods.
Working pretty well. This build isn't like overwhelmingly powerful yet, but we haven't really established any duo powers yet. Picked up that coin. Is there a fishing area that I missed? Because I noticed the fishing thing is gone. Hopefully I didn't miss it in the last room, or I'm gonna feel really bad. Oh, it's over here. Okay.
All right, let's catch some fish.
We paid for this fish, Chad. I want it.
Come on up.
So again, I have a feeling this goes towards making Poseidon like us, so we are well on our way. I think I saw some kind of quest that I think it was to get either 25 different fish or just 25 fish total, and then talk to Poseidon. I'm pretty sure that was in the prophecies. It's just one of those random ones that's in there. That's probably how you unlock the friendship. I don't really like either of these choices, but I'll take the palm, I guess.
Palm of power.
Not a good reward, Chad, honestly. I'd prefer almost anything else, but the shop is too early to go to, I think.
Power of Olympus.
Attack is stronger, Doom does more damage. We need Doom dealing more damage, I think.
Better blessing.
Now let's go fight. They renamed Bone Hydra. Lerny, I think?
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
It is Lerny.
Die.
That did not ricochet like I wanted it to. Swing it. Oh, that's right. I can't normal strike while it's out. Never mind. Not as useful as I thought.
I can't.
I think we got this still, chat.
Not now.
Oh, it like caught me sideways there. That sucked. I thought I was blocking it, but I guess I was too far to the side. I think Bone Hydra might be my least favorite boss now with the extreme measures. But we also haven't seen Theseus yet. We'll see. Anyway, let's just end this with cast. A little scary, but we got through.
A diamond.
No fishing points, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like that boss I feel was probably the easiest boss in the game. Outside of maybe Meg.
You crossed through Asphodel quite rapidly.
We did. Good observation, Hades. So now I have to think about what we should be leveling here. What would complete our set? We need a call. Could go for more Poseidon, maybe. Not what I was originally intending to do. But might as well as try to get his call while we're here. Restore health. No, I think we're doing well health-wise, honestly.
Bye, Asphodel.
159, entering to the next area. Not bad. But yeah, I'm really hoping to get Ares or Athena here. I'm really surprised we haven't seen a duo power, by the way. I mean, we should hopefully get another hammer here as well. That should help clear the bosses. Hermes or health? I'll go for Hermes. Again, if we need to play keep away, I have like a decent dash for that. So these things are really not threatening to me at all. In fact, I could get very aggressive with them. I think there's too much they could do.
Let's deal some death. I'm out.
There we go. Very good handling of the chariots there.
Name of Hades.
Fast and rapid succession attack is faster. Foes drop things faster. We need that for sure. It's gonna make our life much easier in the future. I can see why the regenerating cast is pretty useful. It's just we lose our burst potential. But from a consistency standpoint, I could see us going maybe for the alternate effect of extra casts. Oh, this annoying enemy. There we go.
Oh wow, look at the pretty butterfly.
Pretty butterflies indeed. Oh, the other enemy just stood in the line of fire. That made it convenient for me. So we have as much health as I want to beat the game with already. Choices are purple or the shop. I don't like any of those choices. To do a trove trial for more purple, sure. Oh, the turret shot. I thought it was gonna wait for them to spawn. That was... I don't appreciate that. I'll leave it at that. I don't appreciate that. Also, my shield didn't come back to me. So I took a lot of unnecessary damage with this challenge. Oh boy. I made that way harder on myself than it should have been. That sucked. All stemming off of just getting hit from the start. Why can't I hit this enemy? Wow, not worth it.
Useless.
Finally.
Yeah, that was not worth it, chat. Might have to actually purchase healing here. Yeah, we're gonna take that for safety. I'll just go to the shop again. Hopefully we can get a god. I want a god power, so that's why I'm coming here, if you're curious. Get an Artemis? Okay. I'll take her call.
Here's the fee.
Dislodge damage is pretty high. I think we'll do that. On the power, fine. Actually, I'll just purchase everything.
Power of Olympus.
Rip does more damage, sure. More to multiply. Let's go get Poseidon. We get his call, I think we'll be set for a while.
Is that big soul catcher again?
Anyway, the dislodge damage here should be pretty high. If I could just finish the fight, I think we'll be okay. Lots of pretty butterflies today. I agree, chat. That voice clip being way more used than I ever thought it would be. Here we are. There we go. Had to bully him in the corner, chat.
Butterflies better stay away from
So a call or his passive, I'll take. We didn't get his call. Your boons with knock away deal bonus damage to... We'll do Rupture. This one is tempting to use, but I think we need some AoE damage.
Let's make some waves, right, Uncle?
Choices are gold or a palm. We don't need a palm. Let's go for gold. Wow, that killed them so fast, chat. Wow. That was honestly impressive how fast that was. So now we can mark them for death. Yeah, see, that did an insane amount of damage because the trap hit him. Ooh, that was scary. Thank you, multi-dash. I actually made a mistake with my movement there, but I didn't get punished. So we're full health. I'm at 204 gold, which is not bad. We're not a single duo god this entire run. Wow, we still don't have a call. Very disappointed in these drops, chat. Very disappointed. Isn't that crazy? Like, we still don't have a... It's not like I gave up a call at any point. Oh, well, no, I did with Artemis. But still, it's pretty rough. I think the dislodge will help us against the boss, I think, more than the bonus damage from Poseidon. Yeah, that AoE is carrying us so hard, chat. It's carrying us so unbelievably hard right now. Thank you, AoE. Yeah, you're not escaping this. Goodbye. More health. Don't really need it. Come on, duo god power. There we go. Jeez, chat. Okay, so we want Athena's call, I think, is the right choice here, because then we could be invincible longer. We even have a shop we could go to later. Nice. Let's get Athena.
No pleasing all upon Olympus, I suppose.
Okay, we didn't get it with any bonuses, but I'll take it. This lets us stack
Understanding, Zacharias,
tons of Doom,
would be the first time I was wrong about someone.
which is good. Artemis is mad at us, but that's fine. We're just gonna try to throw stuff every now and then. Hopefully we get some kills. Nice. That was pretty easy. Only took a little damage there. Ooh, we can't gift her here though.
Got to say, you handled yourself pretty well back there. I can't stay mad after a show like that.
Unfortunately, Artemis doesn't really synergize with Doom or anything else we really have. Yeah, see, none of the... We don't want any of this. I'll take the crit chance just because it will help our cast. That's about it.
Let's hunt some dead.
And maybe it applies... If it applies to the Doom damage as well, then I'll take it back, but I'm really not sure. Let's restore health for now. Our choices are gold or a palm. I guess I'm going for the gold, chat. Poseidon really good at dealing with the mini chariots, for sure. We can bully this guy in the corner, which is kind of nice. Thank you, normal strikes of shield. Oh, I exploded on him. That's unfortunate. Oh, I was slightly out of range. That sucked. There we go. Well, fortunately, I'm getting health per room, so that shouldn't be too bad overall. No fishing points. Choices are the shop or health. We'll check out the shop again. We really need a duo god power. And my health total is probably fine. Random god power, please be something useful.
How fares your war against the dead?
If you take damage, inflict doom, death defiance, your doom effects deal more damage when applied multiple times. Ooh, that could be fun. That's just free damage. Let's also get the palm because it's cheap.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Let's try to get improved, probably call duration.
Hello to you as well, mate.
I could pay for the healing, but it's fine. We should recover health entering this room, yeah. So we're entering a little bit of money for the final area.
I shall never yield the title champion of Elysium to the likes of you.
Oh, I didn't have my shield back. Oops. I was gonna say, I'm quite afraid. I don't want to melee you. I'll take my free win. And we're out of there. Melee, why would I do that? We got a cast. Goodbye.
You're next, King.
Oh, he's invincible. I can't punish him. There we go. Killed him with the rift. Thank you, long invincibility. I appreciate that.
That'll do.
That's pretty simple. We're at 20 ambrosia. I don't even know what to do with all this, chat. So we should be basically full health. I guess I'll bring the palm in again. Or I guess I could technically bring in Hermes. I don't know. I don't feel like this run is like the craziest thing ever, but we do need to rank this up. Yeah, whatever. We'll go for a weaker build. Nothing in there I'm interested in. Did style on him.
Stop.
As I said before, we're mostly going to be playing ranged. Now, this cast is not the most damaging thing ever. Unfortunately, we did not get any duo powers still, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like we got a decent amount of Athena and Ares, but no duos, including multiple deflect skills. So hopefully things will turn around for us here. And if not, I'm going to dice roll something. Ooh, we could potentially get another Ares, but let's get an Artemis, actually.
Cheers, mate.
Every deal critical damage, foe near it is marked. Critical is more effective against armor. After you cast or hit with an attacker special, fire an arrow. Yes, please.
My senses sharpen.
Free damage, we're going to take that. We're going to save up for Ares and also get that fish. Fish is important, chat. Let's think about what we should do strategically. We're gonna re-roll some of these for sure.
Fish.
Nice.
That's one more fish for
So
me.
if there's a health up in here, I'm gonna re-roll that for sure immediately. Speaking of which, let's re-roll it.
Whatever, let's try it.
A palm? No, that's so much worse. Re-roll again. Aries, yeah. Oh, a hammer? Yeah, there we go, chat. See, the dice roll paid off.
Check this way. You.
There's our cast taking care of those enemies. Thank you. Kind of rough that we got this far without another hammer upgrade, but it is what it is.
I'm empty.
So just through the power of chaos, I think he's going to carry us through most of this, as we haven't been focusing Poseidon basically at all. Just kind of as a coincidence, really. And because of the ricochet, I assume we'll be ending up with a lot of arrows in the air, all of which can crit. So rat squads like that are not very effective against us. We're still going to have some problems with bosses, but hopefully that's where our other abilities will come into play. I did not block that because I shield dashed foolishly.
Not yet.
There we go. Man, like we haven't even gotten Athena's one where we can put a status ailment on them. I'm really surprised that hit me. Disappointed. Not a bad way to get free damage. Okay, hammer upgrade. You better be something amazing. And it's nothing we haven't had before. After your special hits, your next two attacks deal 80%. Useless. Your special can strike up to 4 foes. Not useful for us. Bull Rush charges up faster. I guess.
This should work.
Then I can get out of jail, quote unquote, faster. As I said before, I don't want it to ricochet longer because then I can't block, which is kind of a problem. That is unfortunately not as useful as it seems. Okay, I need a lot of money.
Let's see here.
I think it'd be smart to do Ares into Athena. Maybe I could get the duo through him, and if not, I have 1 power left at the end to try to get it. Power burst, nice. The extra cast is actually super clutch. It does just enough to save us some time. We could kind of bum rush him like that. So it's a simple for large groups of enemies, not an issue at all. Our shield does okay damage, but more importantly, our cast does more than enough. So not our best shield build, but it'll do. At least we can stack up some Doom damage. Doom I feel like is a hard one to kind of gear towards. So I feel like you kind of have to hard commit to it. And that's more RNG dependent than some of the other characters. A bit unfortunate. Goodbye.
Nearly made it. Can't do that.
I think I'll go ahead and activate the call here. That way I could just immortality bum rush this enemy. Come on, duo power. Your Fletch Shot becomes a pulse that damages enemies around you, which is new, or Merciful End, your abilities that can deflect immediately activate Doom effects. I want both of these, though. I want both of these. No, this isn't fair. Why do I have to choose? I want all 3 of these. Oh, man. Well, I want Merciful End. So we'll do this. Okay, so now our deflect does enhanced damage. Actually, I misplayed. I should have taken Poseidon because I knew I would get to Athena. I misplayed. Bad choice. Bad choice, chat. Although there's still a Poseidon there, so who knows? Maybe we're still fine. The pulse shot would have been pretty interesting to see, though. So we'll have to do Ares Poseidon again, no matter what. And I still need to speak with Ares more often, no matter what. So I think with most weapons, I'm fine with either of those gods as a combo. Like if we get bow, for example, Ares on special isn't bad.
Not yet.
We are very gradually gaining health going through here, so that's a good feeling. Oh, this is the exit. Awkward. Hopefully I can get enough money from one of the other rooms to get the final Ares. I'm actually concerned we won't make it.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So, beginning each counter with God Gauge full. Abilities that deflect make them exposed. There we go. We need another status ailment, so that's good.
Disgusting. Cerberus will love it.
So unfortunately, we are still like 150 gold away. I could get 100 or so from the gold unlock there. I think we'll do Poseidon into gold, and then hopefully we could get something useful. So we'll try to use deflect as much as possible. So we can fast charge a shield rush, just kind of invincibility through them if we need it. Or it'll miss, that's fine. Let's just try let's not do anything fancy against these characters then. Yeah, I think if I had flipped which one had the special, like Ares having the special is more useful for clearing for sure. But in terms of like the synergy with Merciful End, I feel like I could add something better. Or if I had Athena's dash, would have made life easier. Oh well. What can you do, chat?
Layers, huh?
There we go.
The satyrs must be fashioning those things.
Oh, we ranked it up. Nice.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Boons, knock away, deal bonus damage to bosses. Sure, we'll take that. So our cast does a little more against Hades now.
Down the chute.
Not bad. And we can afford the other Ares. Nice.
Why not?
I didn't get what I was looking for. We'll take Delayed Doom, though. That should help us significantly with bursting. Our final money run, I think, to get extra health, maybe. So you can see we're doing like 430, 460 on a Doom. That's pretty high. So we just got a lot more consistent damage, at least. Just keep in mind, every time we hit with Doom, before it triggers, it just keeps adding more damage to it. That's nice. Saw that 641. So yeah, we have very convincing, easy enemy clears. Boss, also feeling a lot better about. Now that we get bonus damage, feeling pretty good. A little extra cash there. Wow, that was 76 coin. I'm so lucky we did that. Made a big difference, actually. Might be able to afford that last health up, or a palm.
Found one of their dens.
Unfortunately, we did not get the pulse shot. But I think we'll go for that next time. How did they reach me?
No use.
Very upset about that. Jerks. we killed most of the projectile lists. I think I could safely camp back here without too much of an issue. As I dash forward by accident and take a ton of damage right before Hades as I get poisoned yet again. This is really bad. That was sloppy gameplay. I apologize for that. I thought I had shield twice in a row. I think that is the one downside to shield. I don't like not having a melee when the shield is out. Like, see how I can't do anything there? Is that specific to the Chaos Shield? Because I thought my other shields I could melee during this. Like Zeus Shield, for example, you can melee during this. Is it just Zeus Shield that I'm remembering? Is that why I keep hitting that button and nothing happens? Is that specific to Zeus? Yeah, I took a ton of damage there. That kind of sucks.
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
Yeah, because with the Zeus Spinner, I remember I could do these strikes, but I can't do that with the Chaos Shield. So I think I just misremembered the mechanics of the shield, which is unfortunate. I would have definitely picked powers in a different order had I realized that.
I don't think I'll ever get accustomed to the breeze.
I thought you might arrive right about now. Then let us have our fight.
Okay, so we're just gonna burst them.
I know where you are.
I really thought I was out of range. That sucked.
Zacharias, I trust you had a pleasant journey here.
It's always pleasant in the underworld.
Oh, he dodged it. Annoying. So we're doing a lot of damage with our blade rips, surprisingly. Even though I haven't been focusing it. We'll take that. We're gonna play a little safe, chat. We need to just get to the next phase. Oh, come on. I really thought I dashed in time. That sucked. That sucked. Okay, we got him. Well, anyway, we're still gonna win. But let me recharge our shield a little bit there. I forgot about the burst. What happens when we don't play for a little bit? Yeah, he's definitely gonna get a kill on us here. That's fine. No more lives.
You cannot cheat death. You had your chance.
He went invincible on us. That sucks. Alright, we're just gonna end him. I had enough of messing around with him, chat. Die.
You bested me. I'll grant you, Zagreus. Let's do this again.
Much better.
I did it. By my father's name.
Yeah, I don't feel like our hammer specials really helped that much, which was kind of unfortunate. We did get one pairing of Curse of Pain and Merciful End, which did seem really fun, but by the time we got to use it, it was kind of pointless. Yeah, when I had invincibility, all the blade riffs stacked on him with all of our dashes was just like infinity damage. And nothing else to do here.
Imagine that Prince Zagreus experiences some sort of joyous outcome for a change, in contrast to the arbitrary and unfortunately painful death he shall experience now.
Okay, chat, moment of truth. Will I finally be able to advance one of the sub-stories? Please?
Did pretty well that time.
They won't catch me sleeping on the job again.
So Hypno,
Well
I
done, Zagreus.
can't gift anymore. Talk to Achilles.
Achilles, would you tell me something more of Patroclus? You mentioned you were very close.
we're just mentioning him now again. Jeez, chat.
We could have been no closer. The ashes of our bodies yet mingled together somewhere on the surface there. What can I tell you, lad? I loved him with all my heart. And he left me too soon.
Then surely he must be in the underworld somewhere. Have you not tried to seek him out, or ask my father?
I tried, lad. I have tried. On both accounts. What you propose is not that simple, it turns out. You've seen what it is like out there. It's difficult to find one's way. But I shall tell you what. If you see Patroclus among the countless shades, you tell him I said hi.
We'll tell him that Achilles says hi, and then we say bye as we kill him for wasting our time. Achilles is so far behind, I know, chat. He's just, like, hilariously far behind. Oh, we can't gift her anymore. That's a good sign.
Zagreus, how am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having two great mothers rather than one. Or zero.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
It's a deal.
Ooh, she get 3 more hearts. Finally using Ambrosia.
Mother, I know there may not be many things you miss from living on Olympus, though I wondered if perhaps Ambrosia may be one of them. And got you some because, well, here.
Why, this really is Ambrosia. How did you even acquire this, Zagreus?
Many boss kills.
Brings back memories for certain, and never the bad ones, which I think it must be why we prize this stuff so much. This is for me.
It is, of course. And it's my dearest hope that at some point long from now, when you're relaxing with a bottle of Ambrosia, dare I say perhaps with Father, that these memories will be among the ones that spring to mind.
Oh, my son. I shall certainly not need Ambrosia to think back upon getting to know you with the greatest fondness. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mother.
Potentially, not the epilogue, but the start of the epilogue might happen if we get to 2 more runs with her. Also, we could give Ambrosia to the dog. This is for chat.
Severus, not to get all sentimental on you, but oh, who am I kidding? Look, you've been with me my entire life. I know you're here at home partly because of me, aren't you?
The bond between a hound and its master is as hard as adamant. Cerberus, the fearsome monster born of hell and guardian of its gates, answers firstly to the prince's father. But it turns out, the prince may be the next best thing.
You're the best boy in the whole world. Even if heads Beta and Gamma don't much care for pets, do they? I've got more than enough lined up for you, though. Count on it.
Alpha, Beta, and Gamma are the heads. Nice. Important lore, chat.
You don't let anybody in or out of this place, do you, boy?
Oh, max the bond.
Permit the thought his rest.
Hey, boy, just me again. Here to report it's pretty dangerous out there, even without you on guard duty all the time.
The venerable hound of hell barely acknowledges the softly spoken prince's platitude, knowing full well the underworld is not as vigilantly guarded as in ages past.
One thing before you depart again, boy. Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass, not a word to anyone about her presence here. Do you understand?
This is promising for epilogue dialogue.
I do, but she won't have to hide forever.
Very promising. We still can't get any more work orders. What do you want from me, game?
Say, Orpheus, Eurydice told me your songs, some of them came from her. She seems quite brilliant. You choose your muse as well.
We'll just never acknowledge the fact that we know about the contract, okay?
I owe my everything to my Eurydice. She authored many of my songs indeed, and she inspired many, many more. Whilst living, we collaborated frequently, you see.
But weren't you the famous one? I don't understand why she doesn't share your renown.
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises every chance I had, and she asserted herself splendidly. Yet even still, our listeners believed our songs, they came from me. What else could I have done?
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
And so, who else is there to be depended on? You are a trusted overseer, Megara. Your station is no accident, and there is no one better fit for what you do. I urge you to look inwardly. How you approach your work is vital to the end result.
Thank you for the advice, Nyx. I don't know what I'd do without you, or what this house would be if not for you.
We all do that which is within our power.
Not my business.
Apparently not our business. I'd like to give them gifts,
pulled it off.
but unfortunately their duo dialogue might have stopped us from getting nectar to them. We have a lot of fish. 2 keys and 20 gems. Ooh, gross. Chat just, ooh.
What's up for barter?
2 keys for 20 gems. What a garbage trade. Why would I do that? You get an ambrosia for 2 diamonds. It's okay.
It's a deal. Could always use more
Let's
keys.
get 3 more nectar, because eventually I'll have to start converting these into something else. Like, it'll eventually be like keys become nectar. Oh wait, I can't actually make the trade. No, I can. The keys become nectar. Nectar becomes diamond.
nectar.
Diamond becomes ambrosia. Ambrosia becomes titan blood. Okay. I mean, I like that if you're not doing the high-level heats. Like, let's say for whatever reason the game is too difficult, then you could just grind out a bazillion gems and still beat the game that way. It would just be very slow. But I like that there's still technically progress to be made, in case you can't handle the heat, as it were. Let's try this again. I give any of them gifts. Nope. Dang. So unfortunate, chat. Okay, can I come in here and do anything? Has anything changed?
Hello, I'll only be a moment.
Nope. I tried, chat. The sub-story refused to change. Well, one more bond out of the way.
How am I looking?
Yeah, like, for example, I think the flip side of this would be really solid. So if we want to do a build where instead of needing to go back to the enemy, we just get another cast, this could be fun. Which is, it looks decent.
Can't afford that.
We could potentially try this out. There's no burst, but very consistent. Yeah, why not? We'll give it a try.
Good to go.
Actually, that really depends on what we pick up. What's our weapon?
What's going on, Skelly?
Less prattle, more battle, boyo. Give me all you got.
It's the bow again? Chat, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but it's like, come on, there's other weapons, game. Whatever. I guess we'll unlock the final aspect.
Grant me the aspect of Rama.
Oh, now that's a shiny bow you got right there.
Celestial Saraga, which gives share suffering. Whenever I hit an enemy, they take extra damage. Most of players special take damage when you attack any foe for the next 7 seconds. So if we have a really strong single target one, it could be really good. Chat's already chat is chanting egg. Do that for sure. Oh, it's like an AoE. Interesting. It's not like a single arrow, it's like a really wide ray.
Anyways, that's what I call getting shot by arrows.
Wait, is he taking extra damage because of that?
Never felt so alive.
With this bow, though, does Poseidon even make sense? Yeah, I'm just thinking of what would be good with this build. Yeah. I mean, Artemis is always a safe choice, but it's like, who should go there? Question. You know what, chat? This one's for you. I'm gonna start with Egg. How's that, chat? Because I don't know what god to pick. I'm gonna let the game decide, and I'll just go based off of that. Egg has been chosen. Oh, so they can be stuck in the other character, but I can still get more than one. Interesting, because that's what I was worried about with Artemis. Like, if the dislodge, if I can only have one at a time, that's kind of bad. But if it lodges, I can still have multiples. Very interesting. Do I have any other points here? Well, I guess we'll go see what Theseus is like. This might end our no loss run. But, you know, we do what we can. 'Cause I did not really like damage control.
All right, one more time.
Do not stray far again into the pits of Tartarus, or become lost like all its residents. Content yourself to look upon it from afar.
So this is really risky. I have no idea what to do with the build with this bow. I was kind of missing our AoE, so I'm a little concerned about projectiles, but hopefully our normal strike is good enough. We got Aphrodite, which we could gift.
Aphrodite, you must have more worshippers and suitors than all your kin upon Olympus combined. I may not fall exactly into either category, though I hope you know my gratitude for all you've done for me is true.
Maybe on our normal strike it would be good.
You know, dearest, I am more worshipped than perhaps anybody else upon Olympus. You'd think getting such praise would roll right off my back by now, but no. I love receiving it, especially from you.
Now with our special, we won't be using it for damage, so Dionysus, Ares, and Demeter might be good targets for that. Because it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it potentially adds a lot of stacks. So Ares can stack with himself, Demeter can stack, Dionysus can stack. None of the other gods can stack. Getting crit would not be useful, Athena would not be useful there. Hopefully we get normal attack here, and then I think we're okay, but we'll see what happens.
Little godling, you must know that the heart has infinite capacity for empathy, and I so feel for you there that I have mustered for you some of the most beautiful of blessings I can offer.
It better be an epic rank normal. if that happens, I think we're fine.
Ooh.
Wow. Chat, wow. Ask and you shall receive. Wow, could not have asked for a better one. We're good. He wants us to come to him? Sure.
I bear the cosmic egg.
I bear the cosmic egg, chat. Hi, Chaos. Do you have anything you want to say to us?
I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake. But our connection had been severed by that point.
Is this relationship stuff? Because I eventually probably have to get Nyx and Chaos together. But again, how many conversations it takes to do that? Who knows? Your life total's reduced by 30, but afterwards all treasure found is increased. Special does more damage. Each time you attack, you get hit for 3 health. Oh, I wish we did not have this bow, or I would take this one for sure. We'll do purple and money find up. Also,
soon enough.
I would just like to state, chat, just to state to you, that we got Like 30% rare bonus from purple, 20% epic from the mirror, and we got the 20% keepsake, and he still only gave us 1 rare. Shake your head, chat. Gross. Hopefully we don't die here. Interesting, it can ricochet. Wait, where's the last enemy? Oh. That's a little bit of a distance issue. It's not the end of the world.
Something for the mirror.
I know, chat. Like, what kind of luck is that? Literally almost 50% added. I'm assuming it's to a base. Still couldn't get it. Failed 3 50/50s at least. On top of the 20%.
That's what you get.
Well, we got 1 rare, I guess, but still. Failed 2 50/50s. So ideally we want to start marking something with special and then nuke it. But we're just doing so much damage that it doesn't matter. If we could somehow get faster attack speed, I think that would really benefit us. I'm egg shaming, exactly. It's very disappointing. I'll take the health. We're at 70 from the current passive, which I'm not benefiting from yet. Nice. Okay, at least bow is still mostly the same, so I can do what I need to do. Do I really want to do an extra fight for a key? No. No, I don't, chat. Man, these rewards are terrible. It's not just chaos. Although, Aphrodite's gonna carry us, I have a feeling. So we could still get our keepsake. But who would be good with Aphrodite? I forgot who we needed to potentially do it. I think we needed Aphrodite Poseidon, maybe? Because I know we're missing several Poseidon ones, including one with Ares. But I could go for a Demeter. Like that multi-strike right there. Potentially really sick. Slow-mo.
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
Or we could just immediately get Ares. Actually, I don't know if I want his special anymore, because I think I want some more crowd control. His cast would be okay. His call would be good. His dash would be good. Just anything I think other than special, maybe.
You've been waiting for this, haven't you?
Actually, kind of a hard boss to hit with this bow, because it's very slow charge up. Case in point. Let's just cast it to death. There we go.
See you next time, I'm sure. You have shown me nothing but respect and granted me your favor repeatedly, Lord Ares. This is the least that I can do in kind.
Most often when I'm given offerings, it is with wishes that I lend my favor in a coming war. Yet from you, my kin, I sense no such motive. I'm quite taken aback by that, I must admit. My kin, I sensed fresh bloodshed from you recently, the real kind. For you have slain the living near the surface, have you not? Mere vermin, yes, but good enough for me.
Think we got his approval just then? Just looking to inflict doom. You know what? Let's just go for it. Why not? Who cares? Our choice of an Aphrodite requires 5 skull to enter. I guess we could finally see what it's like. Although there's a fishing spawn.
What lurks in the river Styx?
Get the fishing spawn. Almost missed it, chat. Big mistake. So let's see how horrible this is.
Hellfish.
And oh, I'm stuck again. There we go. Had to free myself there, chat.
Well, here goes nothing.
Is this the first time we've ever been here?
Greetings, Father.
One false move is all it takes here, boy.
Slay foes without getting hit. Oh no. Thank you, Bo.
Miserable fools.
Simple.
Okay, we got the reward by not getting hit.
In the name of Hades.
Dash deals weak. Weak effects are more potent. Weak lasts longer. Really like any of these, to be honest. I guess longer duration. Actually, well, maybe more potent, actually. Yeah. Do this. So we have choices. All of them seem terrible, except for the nectar. I'll go for the nectar. So it gives us free palm. And it was a free win.
I'll take it.
And we leveled up our normal strike, which is exactly what I wanted it to level. So luck is turning around a little bit.
No getting out without a drink.
I have to remember to use my cast a bit more, but it's easy to forget about it when you don't have any bonuses on it. Okay, I guess we'll go to get more purple, which we should get a bonus towards, 2 to chaos. Wow, that damage is so high right now, chat. If we had something like our normal attack charged faster, I think we'd be in a great position. Oh, I got hit right at the end there. Unfortunate. Choices are a palm. Unfortunate, but we'll take it. We've seen that holding on to the dice is very useful. Again, we're going for pure damage. I guess because we have Aphrodite, we could get away without getting Demeter. But if we get the thing where we get more Doom damage for stacking... Wait, did Doom just apply to another enemy? Wait, hold on.
There's something. Good enough to eat.
Special inflicts Doom, yes please. Free damage. Oh man, our choices a key or a purple again? Man. Alright, well, I mean, I guess the luck had to end some point. 145 health, though, at the end of this. Pretty solid. How did that not kill? Should have just used the cast there, just to make sure. Wow, damage is pretty high. Oh, it just pierces. Oh, that's good that it pierces. That's gonna help us apply our Doom damage for sure. Choices are another hammer upgrade this early? Okay, I like that. I don't like waiting till like the second or third dungeon. What are our choices for the bow? Please be something godlike. Fire 2x2 shot at his reduced range. Ooh. Celestial creates a blast wave around. Wait, what's this? Wait, what? This doesn't have a prophecy, but we've never used this before. Chad, I might have to overrule Twin Shot. Like, we've literally could not have seen this, but I wonder why it doesn't count as a prophecy. Alternate moveset, wide heavy attack, bouncing triple shot, special effects foes. Wave of force that knocks away foes and destroys much. Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of want to see this. I mean, this isn't bad. I don't know. I'll take the chat's opinion. You know what? I'm not going to make the decision. Chat, I want you to choose. Do you want to see this, which we've definitely not seen before, or Twin Shot, which is a prophecy that we've also not seen before? We'd have to play this bow again in order to get this one for sure. Chat's choosing one. Okay. Hopefully this will not mess things up. We'll see what happens.
Feels lighter than before.
Ooh. Interesting AoE. It said it destroys projectiles. See how it goes.
I'm back, ladies.
Oh no, not her. Chat, the only one I didn't want to see.
Please, I'm not a murderer. You don't have to do this.
Oh, I was in the middle. That was foolish. Hey, she invincibility through that. That was rude. Ooh, I went the wrong way. Okay, that wasn't too bad, actually. Thank you, Murder Bow. I just did the AoE blast to kill her.
Hope she won't be back anytime soon.
Wow, she did a lot of damage right at the end. We should be fine, though.
Your progress has been duly noted, boy.
Okay. My keepsakes.
What should we be stacking? So we have Ares. We could get more of those two. We could go for a third god, potentially. The egg has worn out, unfortunately. We'll probably put it on again in the future. I think I want Ares. Just thinking about it. So I feel like if we fill up our slots with his, it's gonna be free. Chat is requesting eggs still. Do I even get any bonuses for holding on to this, or is it done? If that's what chat wants, I'll keep it on for now.
Till next time, toddlers. Yes.
Gonna believe in the RNG again. Nothing I can fish up, though. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get the coin. I should be getting a prophecy clear just for beating the game with the bow. This specific bow, because it's the fourth aspect. Ah, he put me right at the end. Wow, that did a lot of damage, full charge. I had a feeling that wouldn't work on the shockwave. I didn't believe, chat. I was rewarded for not believing. Kind of unfortunate they're very spread out. I can't take advantage of the bow's main power.
Phew.
That's okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll do. I'm assuming it still works. So, leave it on for now. You get a Zeus? I really don't want the health up. We can't even do that one anyway. What's this? More gold?
All right, wretches, get to work.
Oh, hello. That was rude. Wow, that was a fast clear.
Every time.
That was an extremely fast clear. Zeus as a cast would be interesting. Zeus as a call is mediocre. His dash is okay. Might actually skip Hermes here. I'm gonna go for more damage. I'm gonna believe in not needing Hermes with bow. See if that pays off or not. Wow, it really does just basically duplicate the damage. It's kind of crazy. This bow seems really powerful, but a little tricky to use. Can't give Zeus anything. Interesting.
My brother Hades always was a lonesome man, you know? I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell. Now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
That's not a good trade. We'll take lightning dash damage. That's easy enough to get jolted onto people. Our choices are the shop or palm. Well, we have so much gold. I might as well try to get another god while we're here. So this is looking really good. I think our power is pretty high with the bow. Given that we haven't even leveled it at all, it's kind of insane. And I immediately just get Hermes anyway.
Should come in useful.
Attack is faster. Dash 3 times in a row. Oh my gosh, chat. I kind of want wealth per chamber, but man, that's a lot of dashes. Hi, Poseidon. Your cast knocks people away. Attacker stronger in the first few seconds. Get random stuff. Kind of tempted for this one, honestly. Although initial damage is good. Not gonna pay for that. Oh, I didn't talk to the... Oops, and I also missed the gold. My bad. Sorry, shopkeeper.
Here goes nothing.
We have some big damage on us for sure, though. Wow, they just kind of explode.
Slowing down.
Nice. Hello, Zeus.
In the name of Hades.
Your cast is electric. I kind of want jolted a bit more than cast, but this cast is really good. I'll take this for now. So we have a ton of AoE damage, which is good. So I guess our 3 gods are Zeus, Aphrodite, and Ares. Not bad.
More burn flingers.
Oh, we got rewarded with another chaos. I could do so many dashes now. Man, that damage is insane. Now, unfortunately, with the way the bow works, is it kind of wants you to not be charging your normal attack until after you've marked them. That shared KO was interesting. So we'll go to chaos in a minute. Oh no. I can't though, chat. I have to advance the other plot. That's like the only time I will override that. No, it's plot. I want to get the plot out of the way. Sorry, Chaos. Much as I want you, I need to see why this conversation has stalled.
Hey, what's up, hon? Say, you must know a lot of big shots, don't you? Other gods and all that.
I know a few. As a matter of fact, I heard recently from Hermes. Wanted you to know he felt sorry for how things ended up. That's something to do with when Orpheus went in here after you.
Oh, now we're bringing up Hermes?
Oh, that's sweet of him. Nice enough guy for an Olympian. Yeah, he was the one who dropped me off here in the first place. No hard feelings here. He was just doing his job. It was Orpheus who messed everything up.
Wounds are upgraded in rarity. Random +1s. Sure, why don't we just upgrade what we have? Don't really need the next upgrades here.
Try this.
Why, thank you.
4 dashes and a really strong cast. Nice. Heroic dashes, Kirk. Look at this. All the lightning damage, chat. It's We have enough gold that I could get another Zeus. If we could get Jolt... Oh, there was a fishing spot. I just noticed that too late. Dang, chat. There's another Zeus. If this is jolted, I think it's GG.
Should help keep me going.
It is jolted. Oh, that's right. Zeus and Ares had the revenge damage. No, I don't really want that, though. Jolted rolled really low. I think I'll take the double strike here instead.
Lord Zeus's strength.
Yeah, that's way more useful. I'll heal and up to the merchant.
Oh, I'm just fine. Thank you for asking, mate.
Yeah, missed the fish. My bad, chat. Kind of autopiloting when you have 5 dashes. A little early. See, now it doesn't really matter what we do with our cast, as long as I use it, I think it's okay. See, chat mourning the egg. Ooh. Okay, we still got okay damage. Even when we're waiting on things for cooldown. I cannot believe that reached me from there. Unfortunate. AoE's insane from this enemy. Goodbye.
Heads down.
Yeah, our damage can definitely go much higher though. We might need it for the next area.
Try a different one.
I'll hold on to it for chat. Almost had enough for more health. That would have been good. There you go, chat. I'm gonna take egg all the way to the end. This is for you, chat. I'm even gonna take it in the final area, just in case that's needed to unlock chaos. It should, in theory, rank up at some point. But won't even let me see how much it needs. Another Hermes, why not? Got a lot of ricochets. Which is good, because when I do that, between the dashes and the cast, we can kill some of these guys without too much of an issue. Wow, that deleted them almost instantly. Nice.
Right on time.
Cosmic Egg ranked up.
Area boss, seeing as the mortal folk up here keep dying off, and someone's got to bring their souls down to your domain now, don't they?
Speed specialist faster each time you enter a chamber. Oh, okay. We still got a lot of chambers to go. That's a lot of gold, chat. Our choices are Zeus or Hammer. Oh man, I want Zeus, but we'll take the Hammer.
Strong bows.
I guess the Zeus cast isn't as useful if you can't spam it, but it's okay. It's just nice, consistent damage. Every few seconds, just release it on them. Case in point. I do like that knocks them back, though, because that does give the bow the pushback that it needs to knock the chariots away. Pretty nice. Attack hits up to 3 enemies, dealing 50% for each. Attack deals 150% to nearby foes. Your power shot is easier to execute. I don't think I really want the power shot. I mean, the power shot is probably the most useful, but I'll let the chat decide again. I mean, we're going to be doing a lot of charge shots, but we also could benefit from point blank shot. I'll leave it up to chat. Let's rehydrate in the meantime. Chat wants me to pick. I don't even know what I want, to be honest. Chain shot or point blank shot? I don't even know how that works. I'm kind of curious how this one works.
Let's see how this goes.
Like, does it then ricochet after it's released? Yeah. Health up or money up? We don't need either. In fact, I really don't need either.
Sure, why not?
Who dares?
Oh, did I just get sniped by the... Oh, that's so stupid.
Damn, he's recovered.
Yeah, it kind of sends like the shockwave out afterwards. It's okay. Oh, there's still an enemy here? That's annoying. It's okay. I wasn't really sure what it would do.
The exalted.
Mine.
We'll take the health. Because we'll be regenning gold every time we enter a room. Like right now, we just got another 13. I think at max distance, I think it re-angles, which is kind of useful, I guess, against crowds.
This won't end well.
Yeah, I took more from the traps than the enemies for sure. So I guess at max distance, the ricochet really helps, because this one has a kind of more limited distance than some of the bow abilities. So it helps if there's enemies behind me, it looks like, which is always a good thing. We could see that ricochet killed the nearby enemy. It's situational. But we'll take it. 170 health, really high. There's a Ouroboros gate we can't get into. It requires rank 15. Our choices are Ares or the shop. We're going to take Ares. We'll take his call or anything that improves doom damage.
Asterius, you look absolutely smashing.
What the heck?
Observe this gleaming coat of bronze with which I'm adored now, short one. Your doings, I understand.
Oh boy, we're fighting the empowered bull separately first.
My father is to thank for that, not me. I've proven difficult for him to contain, so now I'm beneficiary of his latest pact of punishment. You're welcome.
I haven't thanked you as of yet. Though come, I'll repay you suitably for having me encased within this suit.
Oh, no, he's got a way more annoying AoE now. I don't like that. So now I actually have to care about that. Ooh, without multi-dash, that seems really garbage. Yeah, see that? It's much more threatening than the other one was by a lot. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. I don't like that new attack, chat. I don't like that new attack at all. That was like full screen 80s nonsense. Oh no. That did 80 damage? Oh my gosh. We're in so much trouble. This bow cannot handle this. It takes so long to kill them. Man. This was not a good run to do the egg on, for sure. I think I might be paying for it soon, chat. Unless I get something really crazy from Chaos. That's a lot of DPS that I can't deal with. Yeah, that whirlwind was much worse than Hades.
See you soon.
Oh, we still have to keep going.
Olympus, I accept.
Yeah, we definitely need some big help. Doom continuously strikes weak foes. This should help us. This should help us a lot. Okay, so we're gonna have to regen health. Fortunately, we were getting a lot of money. We got a free pass here. We got really lucky with the fountain there, I'm not even gonna lie. Let's go ahead and get the health increase. We're gonna need it to survive the whirlwind. Because we haven't even seen what Theseus himself does yet.
Keep it up.
But potentially this Doom over time might be the DPS that we need. Because I feel like we don't... I mean, we sort of have some bursts, but it's not as extreme as some of the other builds we've seen. But it's definitely a lot better. Duo was 100% mandatory, for sure. And I think having the lasting longer week is really good for us, because that means we're getting Doom applied longer without needing to necessarily attack. We're taking advantage of our multi-dash there, for sure. 95 health, feels pretty good. Versus our purple. No more fishing spots, I gave those up earlier, unfortunately. Well, we'll get 5 more health going this way. Oh, they had super armor, that's right. That was dumb. Should not have done that.
One's rearmed.
Okay. Could just get him once with the... There we go. I don't have to worry about him. Make sure he just has weak on him so we can burst him with Doom. Potentially use the shop again. We'll see. I am liking our shockwave though for killing those projectiles, because this weapon is a little awkward without it.
Veiled in darkness.
Use health, get money, not worth it. Random thing? Sure, we'll pay for random. Centaur soul? Oh, that increased our health. That was very convenient. I think we're gonna need the health for this upcoming fight, chat, so I'm not gonna say no to that. So if we can end with the shop, I think we'll be in really good shape. We need a call. If we have one that gives us invincibilities, like Ares, that would be preferable. If we get Aphrodite's, that's just unfortunate. But we're really hoping to get Zeus again in the future, just so that we could get jolted. But just for you, chat, if we somehow clear Theseus while he's empowered, I'll bring the egg all the way there. Ooh, a little damage there. Get that little bit of money. Chest for gems? No, I kind of want my health. Sorry. We'll say no to that. Gems we can always get later. We immediately got a Zeus. Please give me jolted. Please give me jolted. Please give me jolted.
There must drive quite a hard bargain, Zagreus, if he would keep you from your victory just for a bit of coin.
Please give me jolted. I mean, I want the call, but I think I need jolted more. We need more damage. Full heal and a power up, why not? Empty inside level. Nice. Longer Doom. We'll take that. The money-wise, we're not doing the best, but we have all those Satyr chambers to clear. If we could reach them. The Zeus call, I feel like, it's okay, but I'd rather get Ares. Oh boy.
It's finally time, Mysterious. He's here. Aren't you now, you vile, insignificant hellspawn? Prepare now to be overrun!
He's in a chariot. That's pretty bad.
Oh, this is unfair. That's a bronze-plated Macedonian Tau Lambda. What's an obnoxious bellyacre like you doing with the most durable chariot created to date?
You don't deserve to know. Suffice it that Asterius and I were handsomely rewarded once again, and we shall not hesitate to exploit our hard-fought spoils against you.
He's on a chariot with dual miniguns. Awful. Okay, thank you, Doom Overtime. You are so useful right now. Okay, thank you, Doom Overtime. You are the only reason we're gonna win this. Yeah, he's got guns, Kerr. Again, we could just walk away. If we just play ultra safe, we might be able to get them. Oh, we killed his chariot. Nice. Oh, he still caught me. Wow, that's crazy. What am I stuck on? What was I stuck on? That was unfair. Okay, we killed the real threat. We're fine. He did say avenge my chariot. Okay. See, this is how we're gonna be Hades, chat. You see this right here? That's what we're gonna do, chat. You just witnessed the gameplay.
They say to never meet your heroes. Until next time, good shade.
So, I didn't think Theseus was honestly that much harder, at least because I was with Bo. But man, the Minotaur is so much worse. The Minotaur is so bad. He's hitting like 1/3 of the arena.
Elysium ought to be harder to escape than that.
I'll hold on to the egg. This is for you, chat. Do more damage, random health drop. Sure, why not? Okay, so we'll still get a little bit of gold. So presumably we'll get 300 or 400, so we should be able to afford one of the gods. That's for you, chat. Taking the egg all the way. Because again, I'm not sure if Chaos wants that or not. But we'll disrespect him for sure. There's a Zeus there. I think we'll save up for Zeus. I don't need the healing yet. Our choices are Zeus. Ooh, can I re-roll the palm? Thinking about it. No, let's re-roll it.
I don't think so.
Health? No. Aphrodite? Much better. Much better, chat. Okay, if I get Poseidon as a call, I think we're good. I think we'll go for that. Thank you, damage over time. We just need to improve Ares, and I think we're home free. Like, if we have the one where every time you do Doom, it does more damage, or delayed Doom, for example, would be really good here. Ares, I feel like, is one of the gods you kind of have to focus on to be good.
Useless.
It's kind of hard for me to take some of his stuff by itself. Well, maybe not. That's not true, actually. I do think some of his passives are good. We just haven't seen them in this run, anyway. There we go. Let's get the money. Slowly build up that egg. Clear. We might need to have it at rank 3 for it to count. We'll have to see. Okay, took a little bit of damage there. Otherwise doing okay. There we go. Nice and steady damage. Got a little bit of healing from our purchases, which is always nice. How did that miss? Like a frame too early or something. Unfortunately with Doom there, it should always interrupt the thing from shooting, which is kind of nice. Aphrodite Doom is kind of, or Aphrodite Ares is kind of interesting. That sucked. I took damage trying to cure the poison. Not worth it.
Whenever I encounter you, Uncle Poseidon, my spirits lift, and I feel there must not be anything that can stop me. I only wish we met sooner, though I'm grateful to have met you at all.
I thought I told your nephew not to make such offerings to me. I probably forgot. Or getting you mixed up, perhaps, for I have many other nephews, thanks to Zeus. Though between us, I don't like any one of them as much as you.
Please give us your call.
Oh, so you've already heard from Aphrodite, have you, nephew? Understandable. But first things first. Now let me add a little something to all that.
Oh, chat. Oh. We're fine. Chat, we're good. Got the only one I wanted. Yeah, it sounded like he was gonna do a duo, but he didn't.
That's quite a stash there, Charon. Thank you, mate.
275 health. We are looking really tanky. What would be a good follow-up to this? Maybe Ares? But they should just be dead. I want nothing to do with what's around the corner, chat. Go away. So I think if I went for more of a burst build, I think that might work better with this bow, because I mark one person and then burst the whole room kind of thing. That's not bad. I feel like it was important to show off different attributes for sure. That we learn. So much money. I think we won't see... Well, maybe we will see. I mean, Zeus Ares does, like, Doom over time. Oh, found the exit by accident. That's also a decent duo. Doom effects take longer. Yeah, let's do this. So we just got a big bonus damage towards Doom.
Now back to Cerberus.
Unfortunately, we did find the exit.
An aftertaste.
But I think we'll keep going. We gotta level the egg, chat.
Cerberus, I bet you are.
Purchase another Zeus, sure.
Pleasure doing business.
All deal 50% damage. You take damage, your foe struck by lightning. God gauges faster. Can you deal or take damage? I think we'll do this one. We have no more use for money. Yeah, yet another Zeus. Let's go for Aphrodite here. And we'll finish up with Zeus into gold, I think. See if we could just get jolted. I think that's all we're missing from Zeus. So I think we took one of his other passives, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, the delay in Doom means I can't interrupt them as easily. Yeah, I got double struck. No, I did get jolted. Oh, never mind. We're good. Ignore me. I remember I skipped it one time. That's right. So we should be able to get at least 2 status ailments, and the fact that Doom weak will be on them pretty much permanently is fun.
No chance.
What's the problem with finding it early? I don't get to full heal. So if I take any damage here, that's how much I have to enter the boss chamber with. Which we're getting a little lucky at the moment, so we're still getting some health. But it just takes one really bad room, and then it's all over. There's no more healing at the shop either. It's whatever we have is whatever we have. And I got poisoned immediately. Sucks. And I took damage trying to get rid of the poison. And I got re-poisoned. Well, if you're wondering why, I was really worried. We lost 150 health due to that. That sucked.
Olympus, I accept this message.
These are all useless. Yeah. That's why I don't want to get the health early. Unfortunately, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happens when you get the poison cure, but then the enemy's still alive. You still take a bazillion damage, which blows. More damage on Doom? Yes, please. Alright, we need healing. I'm just gonna go for Zeus and then leave. I don't want gold. Gold is meaningless. Unless I want to level up the egg more, but I'm very injured. I mean, I suppose I can always just eat a Death Defiance. There we go. Doom's starting to deal some consistent, nice damage. And keep in mind, our initial damage is mostly just from, I think, the Poseidon special, where we get 50% more. So that is useful, but it wears off after a little bit. Oh, what just targeted me? Oh, it's up there. Got it. So at least we have the Poseidon special. Maybe we'll be okay. Oh, and then I immediately ate my own words. And those enemies suck, chat. I think a big issue with the build is that it does take a really long time to charge up our attack. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that hit me. Yeah, we're just gonna eat a Death Defiance here, I think. I don't think I can avoid it.
In the name of Hades.
But we should be fine. You knock foes away, they're struck by lightning. Do we have anything that knocks enemies away? Oh, we do have one move. I guess this move will cause lightning damage. Yeah, that's high power up though.
It all in one place, mate.
More Doom damage over Impervious. Yeah, I think I do. We need more consistent damage against the boss. I'm just assuming I'm gonna die. This is just to level up the egg. So I still gotta play pretty tight for Hades. So I'm at below half. So I have about, is it 130-ish health from the Death Defiances. So I basically one full health bar to deal with the boss. And hopefully I can regen a little bit on the way there. Or if we find a merchant shop, like the well, I think we'll also be completely fine. I don't like our current health total. The rooms like that let us regen just a tiny bit. But it all comes down to these rooms. These are the make or break for us, for sure. Alright, so we can knock them away. Good. So many traps. Okay, our curse damage is definitely improved. I like that. Why is there more to this room, chat? Why? Ooh, I'm just gonna pop it. Thank you, Doom damage. I think it's gonna carry us here. So we got a little bit of healing going this way.
I'm rich.
A teeny tiny bit. It could have been worse.
Enough of this place.
But I still have below half health, which is unfortunate. I don't have enough gold to do anything interesting there. I really don't want to use the hammer at all. Let's talk to the dog.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Like, it'll be a little slow because we're waiting for Doom procs, but I think we got this. I healed like another 10 or 15 health for the fight. It's not terrible. Like one Hades hit. Unless it's a super swing.
Coronacht. May you serve Rama well, if you haven't already done so, I guess.
Okay, that's out of the way.
The bow is the weapon of a coward, boy. I said so even to Hera's face. I'm unsurprised that you are drawn to it, and yet something has changed about it. I can tell.
Listen, I'll take cowardice if it means I keep the win streak. I don't care.
What, you mean that Coronacht has taken on the aspect of a divine preserver person of some sort, of whom I've seen mere glimpses, but seems definitely very capable and really rather brave?
I know not why the old infernal arms endear themselves to you, and I entirely care not in whose weakling aspect you bring them forth, only to fall to me.
Now, what I might end up doing is I might actually use our summon, which I haven't done in a while, to make the enemies, once they're summoned, target it instead of me. That might give me the time I need to not take damage. I'm gonna immediately ricochet him. Prophecy fulfilled. That's for bringing the bow here. Now we just play the waiting game, chat. We are not gonna greet this at all. Here, I think Ares is a little hard to use against the first form of Hades because he likes breaking our stacks, which is kind of annoying. I think I'm gonna do a summon here. Ooh, it wore off a little sooner than I thought. Avenge me, pal. Skelly just died to Hades. Worth it.
I compel you to fight.
He's going invincible. What a troll. I could greater call him here, but it'd be a waste. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Got him.
Got you.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for a shockwave. I'm gonna come in, stack everything, and then greater call him. Actually, I'm gonna wait for him to laser, then he should die. Better play. Got him. Checkmate, chat. Look at the damage he's taking. Oh, he had to go invincible. I don't blame him. So Poseidon just lets us get free damage over time, because we're completely invincible. There's no counterplay to it. So right now he's just taking damage from the curse. Oh, he popped us right at the end. So close. But he's dead no matter what. I don't have to do anything else. I think the Doom has already killed him.
Blast you, boy. We should have never sprung from chaos. None of this.
Yeah, see, the thing is like, when you have something that does constant damage over time, I feel like Poseidon is like the best call. And while that wasn't the most damage we could have ever have done, We had Ares doing decent damage with Aphrodite. I feel like when you have the Zeus plus Artemis combo, it's just even dumber.
Get you yet.
So, definitely not a fan at all of the new Minotaur.
In the name of someone
Gonna be a
very
little
sore
rough
right now.
because I don't see how I would clear that with a lot of our other weapons. Seems rather difficult. Like trying to win with the adamant rail outside of that super ludicrous combo, I can't picture it. That's so much AoE shockwave damage that I can't reflect. Or if I can reflect, I could just cancel it, but I can't like just dodge it easily. I have to have at least a double dodge or the sturdy movement. It's a little risky. Anyway, I took Egg all the way to the end, chat.
Beyond this point lies such a horrifying fate that we had better speak no more of it for now.
We'll do one last run. So hopefully the sub-story triggers, question mark, chat? Maybe.
Feels like it's been a while, everybody.
Oh, it's you. Just come on in. You're on the list.
Good catching up.
No Achilles.
Congratulations, boy.
Oh, he's over here.
Honored to have met you, great Achilles, our royal guard. Good to know whom to turn to should anything run afoul around here. So it was you who instructed my son in the martial ways.
Indeed, Your Grace. He was a talented student. If only you could have seen his progress, surely you would have been very proud.
I am proud. You know, you were already quite the name back on the surface when I lived upon Olympus. I should think your legend spread much farther still since then.
Oh, I doubt that. Although, thank you, Your Grace.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
How's my favorite boy doing, huh?
Cat is chanting Egg. No more Egg run. If they're gonna be that hard, no way. I'm not messing around. But hopefully Chaos will say something, because we did take it all the way to the end.
So help me, boy, I cannot fathom why you would have bought back the authority to enter the administrative chamber once again.
It's so I can remove their contracts, but you won't let me advance for some reason.
I knew you thought I'd never do it under any circumstances, Father. That seemed reason enough. Though fear not, I've no plans to reapply for a position there.
Yeah, chat, like, all that, they're really far behind. And the problem is that, like, I feel like we qualify for different things, but the game has to go through, like, such a large backlog that it's not going to let us advance. So instead of just being done in, like, 2 or 3 more sessions, we're going to be here for, like, 5 or 6, as the game just tries desperately to keep up with the wins.
That does alleviate a deeply rooted fear of mine, in fact. The scene you caused in your brief time there yet remains a widely talked about event among the shades who toil for me still.
I'll be sure to say hello.
Have you considered doing music making as a recreational pursuit, my friend? You have such slender hands, why, I believe you do quite well at it.
I cannot believe we're not getting side story.
Not really been at the top of my list of late, mate. But who knows? It's something I've been meaning to try at some point, I suppose. Thanks for the words of encouragement.
Of course, my friend.
Nix, if hypothetically I felt that some injustice had been dealt to someone
Finally.
who deserved a better lot, say that they were subjected to too harsh a punishment for all eternity, don't I have some of my father's authority to do something about it?
Wait, he's not Are we gonna complete Sisyphus before we complete Orpheus? Are you kidding me?
Now that you have regained your access privileges to the administrative chamber, child, yes, that is the level of authority you hypothetically possess again.
I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now. Orpheus is supposed to have been done forever ago. We're gonna get Sisyphus in first, whatever. I'll count this as a win, I guess.
But how can I possibly find anything in there? The place is wall-to-wall pacts and parchments. I have no idea where to look.
You can be made aware, though use discretion if and when you need to exercise this power. and make certain that the time is right. Now, are we understood?
Yes, we are.
I swear, chat, if can I please use my power to go destroy something? Is there something I can interact with in here? Is this toying with me?
Some mortals don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in you.
Chad, are you seriously kidding me right now? We still can't advance it. I mean, like it advanced, but not in a way that completed it. Jeez, chat, big eye roll. I don't know what it wants from me. Let's check the bed chambers. Creates musical music if you know how. You know what? I have no other purpose for diamonds. Why not? Who cares?
How about this, contractor? At least we have a backup singer if we need one.
Betrayed by my own contractor.
In case this is somehow required, I will purchase it. Not gonna purchase any of those. I still don't know if these do anything. I opened a shortcut. So the path looked twice as long. I mean, I guess this would make it more interesting. Sure.
I think we'll go with this. Well, maybe I can use this to avoid Father's withering gaze and unwanted feedback.
You think you can avoid me through there, boy?
Not super useful, but I'll leave it there. I have no better use for diamonds, champ.
Yushei's doing all right. Here's what I caught. Totally worth it.
Still at 7 nectar. Oh, hello, Dusa.
Sorted the cutlery, wiped the counters, replaced the candles, did the dishes, swept the floor, inspected the barrels. Let's see what else. Oh, the prince! It's you!
It's me. Dusa, I'm impressed you're able to manage this whole lounge all by yourself. How do you do it? What's your secret?
Secret? I'm 2 weeks behind schedule with this place, at least. Unfortunately, no one here seems very good at keeping time, so no one's gotten on my case just yet, but... Oh, you aren't gonna tell, are you?
Of course not. What's behind schedule, though? This place doesn't seem any worse for wear than usual.
Well, that's just it. Miss Nix, she tasked me with a pretty big project a while back to make this place worthy of the name, which means there's so much left to do. I need to get everything ready. Please excuse me, Prince.
Worthy of the name?
Something I can do to help?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the prophecy foretold on that for sure.
What's new?
1 ambrosia for ambrosia for 500 darkness? No, that's not a good. In fact, I'm not even gonna bother using our gems. We still have 7 nectar. I'm gonna wait for a better deal. Let's go get the prophecies out of the way, though.
To question fate.
3 diamonds.
Always happy to oblige Master Chaos.
Find a way to reunite Orpheus and Eurydice. I'm trying. He just won't let me. Employ the housecarcher to help renovate the lounge. 4 diamonds. Okay, that's something I could do. This is more Olympian, so we're not quite there yet. Sure. Get 2 ambrosia I don't need. Then seek Poseidon? Oh. So I could just go to Poseidon and get another 3 ambrosia, sure. Also, chat, the fact that we're missing 1 chaos reward is the worst feeling. Just 1, chat. Oh, I'm sorry, we have 2 boons we don't have. We have something called Abyssal we'll have to keep an eye out for. Otherwise we're kind of done. There's nothing else you can really do here.
Some new decor.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
A delicately crafted instrument of music making now resides within the clamor causing Prince's chambers, doubtless fearing, if it could, his heavy-handed touch.
Can be that hard to play, can it?
Wait, didn't it say there was another thing I could have done? Am I missing something? Gift of song? Group training and practice? Okay. Catch 25 fists, at least 1 very rare and report. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. So maybe I haven't seen the rare fish. I feel like there's no way we don't have at least 25. We've done over 25 runs at this point, and I've gotten at least one fish a run, if not more. So we're missing one aspect to get 6 diamond. Hold on, child. Let's just go purchase that.
Malphon.
Is it on the gun? It is.
Grant me the aspect of Hestia.
Yeah, let's go get those diamonds, chat. It just makes more sense. Why wait on it?
My weapons have revealed their hidden power.
17 diamonds, pretty solid. Maybe I could do something with them. He wants me to do something with the lounge. I don't know what she wants, though. I could try the cheap stuff first.
Work approved. Let's see how this one turns out.
I'll get like one of everything, maybe. Maybe that'll fix it.
Let's go with this.
We're taking the dirt
Should make
cheap
the entryway into the lounge a bit more welcoming.
dirt cheap stuff, chat.
I welcome you to go about your business, boy.
I know, Hades. I wish I was doing something else too. Let's go down here. Sure. Wonder if the housing decor would work there.
Let's go with this one then. I think the lounge will be better off with these tables here.
Maybe that'll improve the relationship with her.
Tables.
We got the rugs out of the way. Guess we could get the
Contractor, work approved.
something for
Cerberus won't touch
Cerberus.
these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine.
Oh, giant bone. Nice touch. Know if I messed up or not. I guess we'll find out soon. I'm gonna purchase these two.
Here's the commission. Oh yes, more comfortable seating I shall never use.
I'd better not catch anybody sitting down on that.
And finally, I guess we'll go for meats cured.
Here you go. A fine display of dead meat seems very much in theme, I have to say.
You ought to be displayed with all the rest.
Is that good enough? I mean, I feel like I purchased a lot of things there. Hopefully when we see her next time, this is good enough, chat. So I feel like I got basically one of everything. If she wants something really specific, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Like, of like the 5 rugs, only this rug counts or something.
Orpheus got on the board.
But I'm thinking with the snake-themed table, that seems probably the most likely to go along with this. So she said the lounge, so I did that. Yeah, that would upset me to no end, chat, if that's how it worked.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, hopefully that's enough next time. I purchased like one of everything.
Darkness, give me strength.
I'm gonna switch back to burst for now. And let's get more rare chance.
All set.
Hopefully, chat. So I think we just have to keep coming back to this over and over, and we might be able to get a free prophecy. So that's a decor that actually did something for us. We'll take out our frustration on Skelly here.
Malphon.
Magnetic Cutter just seems so good, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Demeter is pretty fun. Your next special hits more times. This one was kind of fun, but this one,
Talos.
I love the cast damage up. So if we're going for a burst build, should probably do it.
Miss me, boyo?
So we almost ranked up the cosmetic egg. It needs to go through one more clear. Maybe I'll take it through the final area one more time. We have a lot of these other ones I haven't touched. Shattered Shackle is kind of tempting to take. 50% more damage when not empowered. I imagine at max rank it's better than having some of the other powers, to be honest. Longer invincibility, maybe. Yeah. Max rank. Get the hourglass maxed. Fierce Butterfly would be so fun with the bow. This is something I could just leave on the entire time. We'd scale to heaven with it. It'd be kind of fun. Would make the most sense with this build. I kind of want Zeus, but I don't want... What should we have on our first strike? Is either Zeus or damage over time with Dionysus, I think, on our spin to win. What should be our starting one? Oh, maybe Frost? Not sure. Feeling indecisive. Frost plus Dionysus would be interesting. Although, as I said before, I was trying to focus more on Ares and maybe... Not sure who else I need. I guess I need Poseidon eventually. There's a couple gods I feel like I'm close to getting to the max rank. Like Aphrodite's probably one away. Athena's probably like 2 or more. She's probably the furthest. But I don't think I like Athena on this weapon. And Dionysus, I'm not sure if we capped or not. And again, if we get the Dionysus cast, it's kind of over. Because I could just do the backup build with the cast. Maybe we'll go for Demeter for her normal strikes. I want to double check.
Malphon.
Oh, and it makes our strikes more damaging. Yeah, we want something super heavy damaging. So Aphrodite's not a bad choice. Dionysus on our normal strikes would be a terrible idea. But I don't mind doing Demeter first.
Go with that one.
Let's see what the game gives us. Oh, let's not do Theseus with this. That's fine, though.
This one's for you, Mother.
Yeah, I feel like towards the end, what we'll probably end up doing is we'll just try to max out relics by taking them into the final area, even though it's not optimal, just to get that out of the way. Using attacker special, you're sturdy. I mean, we used Draining Cutter last time.
Gotta get cracking.
Wow, I just got damage reduction. Nice.
You again.
Yeah, Demeter, I could see really stacking up very quick on Fist. So I could see it being useful on either the one we gave up or this one. Okay, we're getting Demeter right away. Nice. These give us on a normal attack. We can stack so much chill. We pretty much auto win at that point. If we could get chill, decay, then focus on like Dionysus. We can even do an Ares again, because we do need more Ares. Figure that builds a bit more build variety. Ooh.
The goddess Demeter.
I love the magnet.
The frostbitten horn which you bear once overflowed. It holds a certain power still, of course. But never again shall mortal kind take it for granted.
Not bad. And she gave us none of the ones that I wanted. Well, chat, well, this actually sucks. This actually sucks. None of these are usable. I don't want it. I do not want it on the pool. Do I want her cast, though, is the question. Man, Demeter. You're so disappointing sometimes. I'll leave it there for now. Hopefully we can heroic exchange it later. Yeah, even her other passives I think would have been more useful for sure. But just unlucky. We'll get through it though. It's just the first god.
All mine.
I mean, it seems to scale okay with Palm. Artemis on this build? Huh. I wasn't really thinking about that. I guess. I see a Chaos. Hopefully we could do Chaos after this. Yeah, if we could get our casts to apply Chill, it's not too bad. And then I have to think about what else we should apply stacks of rapidly.
In your honor, Lady Artemis, your mighty blessings have helped me through so many trials now, and I always welcome your level-headed presence here.
Look, I like being worshipped just as much as anybody, Zagreus, though bear in mind that you can always leave the worship of me to the forest nymphs, all right?
I'm gonna pop that before I forget about that.
Hey, Zagreus, that nectar you sent? Callisto and the nymphs and I, we popped it open recently, and it was really good. Had us positively frolicking about, so thanks.
Okay, that's a good sign. I don't like any of these choices. I was hoping for a passive. If I have to choose one, I guess I'll take the call. Because Dionysus and Demeter calls are not good. I don't want the triangle or a special attack to do crit damage, and our normal strikes are okay. But ideally, we would get a really strong cast. Our choices are Key, the Shop. Gonna get that golden urn, or Chaos. Let's go to Chaos. Let's see if he has anything to say.
Hit me.
He better, chat. We took it all the way, start to finish.
Darkness.
I vaguely sensed that you were able to confront your father while in possession of my small round catalyst. It seems my asking you, and your success, was in accordance with the Fate's design as well. The result is more amusing even than expected. Thus, thank you.
Okay, that's a good sign. 3 epics. Next 4 encounters, you counter in gold, but our dash strike does more damage. Anytime you attack, you lose. Oh, that's too brutal. We'll go for the extra cast here. We're gonna go for another cast build, I think. The epics here are interesting. I don't know. I mean, we don't use dash strike super often with Fist, from what I remember, and this one is just too brutal to just not be able to attack. I don't think I could do that. We'll go for the safe one. Aphrodite or Artemis? Wow, this is not, again, not at all what I want, but I should probably pick one of these. I guess if I had to have a normal strike deal a lot of damage, it could be Aphrodite again. I was kind of hoping for a Dionysus or a Zeus or an Ares. Kind of a weird choice, but we'll go for this, I guess. So this isn't quite the special I thought it was, but one powerful uppercut is pretty easy to just kind of fit into a combo. So as a normal or a special, I think this is fine. We'll go for this one.
Let's go, lads.
Ooh. Damn, that put me right at the end, chat. So close. Like, you can see the cast damage isn't bad. Not bad.
That's what you get.
Oh, I can't max Aphrodite anymore.
You do know that I'm married, don't you, love? I'd forgive you if you didn't. For my husband, he is always busy with his work. I'm grateful that you're there for me to talk to.
Ooh. I think we'll do regular damage up, maybe. Just thinking about how we're going to be doing the most damage. I guess it would be with this and then crit, maybe? I was kind of hoping for Demeter, but I'm kind of giving up on that, I think, at the moment. Or if, again, if we do get Demeter, we could heroic swap into it, which I'm also okay with. Otherwise, I think Demeter, we're going to focus on our cast, since we've already taken it.
These fists are going to do the talking soon.
Wow, that has such a big range. Love it. Oh, I walked into it. That was dumb. Could be worse.
Anything I need.
Gain extra health for 100 gold. Depends. What's on the next one? Next one's a key. Sure, why not?
Why not?
Exactly. Our reward for getting this far. See a trial, which I don't want to do while we're this weak. See, here's where... Oh, I was gonna say, here's where getting the regenning cast would have been really bad. It's much better to just fire these and forget in the beginning. There we go. Another reroll. Poseidon, nope, can't go there anyway. Duo God, oh come. No, I want the Duo God, but we gotta talk to Sisyphus. Brutal chat. What a brutal choice. That hurts the soul.
Just on a little break.
Wait, we could gift Bouldy? What's that do?
What's the latest, Bouldy? Had any good tumbles down that hill of late? Thanks. Bouldy, how do you handle being trapped in Tartarus for all eternity, doomed to be pushed up and down a hill repeatedly for no good reason?
We can nectar Bouldy, chat. The true final character.
Sisyphus, I know you tend to be in remarkably good spirits, all things considered, but there must be something I can do to help with your predicament, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Why won't you do something? You're killing me. Oh my gosh, chat. How many times do they have to keep mentioning the contracts and not do anything with it?
Oh, come now, Prince. Do Bouldy and I look like we could use your charity? We're planning to stay put within this chamber for a while. It's hardly a predicament, I'd say.
But what of the Furies and their torments and all that? They might be back and make all this more difficult for you.
Ah, yes, the Fury Sisters. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing them more infrequently now that you mention it. But either way, so don't you even worry about me. Now here.
I think we're gonna take the healing.
Easy does it.
A pleasure. That's better.
Prophecy foretold? Am I getting another side story? I'm like, I can't even get him to leave this room yet. Like, come on. One day, chat.
How foolhardy of you.
Uh-oh. We're still in the take bonus damage phase of the Chaos one. This could be very bad.
Then here we go.
Oh, he had super armor. At least we have some bursts from Artemis, though. I will say, I feel like Artemis is probably one of the better gods, if not the best god. It's very rare I get upset whenever we get Artemis. Like, this is the only time because it's so early in and I'm trying to go for a specific build. But most of the time, Artemis is really solid, honestly. Pretty good call. Decent other ones. Super good passives. Nice. I finally got the +1 cast. I think I want any of those. Oh wait, that's a fishing point? No, we want that, never mind. We'll get 20 gold back for being forced to do gems. And I can see that's still there, so there's no fishing point. So we just got a 25% damage increase due to having multiple casts. I do like that our fist can kind of maneuver them towards enemies. Or towards the casts, I mean. We can pull them into the lasers. We have a lot more control with this build, which is kind of nice. A lot of beams.
Gemstones.
No fishing point, no gold urns. Choices are shop or palm. I don't see how the shop would be useful unless it was the boss fight, and I don't really want to do the boss fight. We're gonna go ahead and skip that.
Gods grant me strength.
That's a lot of extra damage on both of these. I think we have to level our normals up more, though. Hello, fishing point. Okay, just gotta ease into it. I think we could do this, chat. One day Poseidon will love us. Speaking of which, we have to make Poseidon show up at some point. Kind of forgot about that, unfortunately. I just realized now. But this fist weapon, I don't know if I really want him. If he shows up, I'll take him, but I can wait a bit. I'll just make notes later, chat.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
Oh, it's just Meg.
Zag, any last requests this time before I send you home?
Meg, you haven't sent us home in so long.
Let's see, how about a swift and painful death? Would that be possible?
Be cheeky all you like. You'll get exactly what you asked, and nothing more.
Well, anyway, chat, she's kind of melting.
Here's my way. Pin him down. Hear me, you wretched shades.
Ooh, she clipped me. Man, chat, if only we had one more thing. Just need a good special. She's about to lose a ton of health. Look at that health drain, chat. So once we mark her, she takes a lot more cast damage. Pretty solid Demeter build, so I guess if you want to just go cast only, lets you play with more turrets. Pop a couple of these. We should be back at full health. Got a decent amount of health.
Let's hear it, Father. Which one?
So we're going Demeter, and then we needed... What would be a good follow-up for that? For Dionysus again, maybe. Although we don't have his cast anymore.
Okay. No use.
Oh, I already selected it, my bad. Well, I guess we gotta live with our mistake. I was actually gonna choose a different god, and then I realized, oops, I hit the wrong button instead of cancel. This will definitely be the last run for that reason. Because I think between the weak and then the stack, we can't get a lot of his stacks. But we should do okay. Nothing worth breaking over here. And again, if we have the opportunity to replace Demeter's cast, I kind of like his more. But if we get a lot more Demeter, it's not a bad thing. It goes from kind of a nuisance to pretty solid. It's just one of those ones where you really got to dedicate really early on that all you want to do is cast damage. So you pick up your Ares for extra damage and try to get as much chill in as possible. How did they not get stunned there? That's That's crazy. I did like the pull move, but they still struck me.
Dionysus, mate. Sometimes things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know? Whoa, hey, you must have had a run-in with a lovely Aphrodite, am I right or am I right there, Zag? But I have just the thing to go with her.
Okay, Dionysus, what are you offering? He's replacing the wrong one. Ooh, Dash Giving Hangover. Actually, that's actually pretty solid. I like that.
Cheers, mate.
That is a very easy way to get more status ailments. Choices are Hermes or I don't think I want that. I feel like this one is a very easy way to have one power that gives you a status ailment and decent constant damage. So for a 1-point wonder, I really like the Dionysus Dash. I feel if you're really scaling into Hades, or not Hades, if you're scaling into Zeus, Zeus is probably better. And Athena can be situationally good. But getting that extra status ailment right now is how we're going to be doing so much damage. Nice.
When you find Eurydice down there, that's great. Long as she's on the up and up, I can eject her from the tiny worry center of my mind.
I hope that was needed for Eurydice. We talk to Hermes again. Every hit, you have a chance to dodge. Every time you enter a chamber, get money. Chamber, get money, chat. We're so early in. That will end up being so big for us. What's this, our shop or health or money? Well, we know money is pointless, so let's just get the health up. And we'll save the shop for the end of the run, or at least the end of this area. Almost 18 gold a chamber, I think it said. It's ridiculous. 16, yeah. Yeah, oh, I guess when they have armor, it still hits me. That makes sense. So I gotta be careful with the pool.
Surprise.
So I don't think we could get the Dionysus duo because I'm not using his cast. But again, for a 1-point wonder, really liking it. You can see their health just kind of melting. This allows me to play keep away even easier, chat. No complaints. Got a little bit of burst as we need it from Artemis. The fight's going on too long. Now, all we really need now is a Demeter with chill, whether it ends up on our special or the cast, and we should be good. Because then we can just stall them like this, so there's really nothing they can do. We're gonna check again for any fishing spots. Shop to get an additional cast seems very silly, but we really don't need it. Choices are Aphrodite or Demeter. Well, we were just talking about it. We kind of need more Demeter. So I think I'm going to take a look between the streams and write down what gods I think I haven't done. We'll try to get some of them in. Like, I know we need Ares Poseidon. So we'll probably save that for a weapon that makes more sense for those two. Fortunately, do quite a bit of damage to them. We're gonna pull them into that. That's another thing we could do. We could kind of just pull them forward and then dash out, and that causes them to get the Dionysus stacks. Kind of nasty. I like that.
Well, I, for one, had a lovely time.
Special does chill. Sure.
I see.
That way we could get our very easy 1-2 in. That'll make bosses easier because they attack slower. We're going for a very safe clear.
Something's amiss.
I sensed your presence here.
Oh, hey Thanatos, we haven't seen you in a while.
Got here as quickly as I could. Can you deal death faster than I?
Where did they spawn? That's not fair. Oh, he stole the kill right at the end. That sucked. Taking a lot of damage, but I'm trying to get the kill. There we go.
You still alive?
Worth it, I think, taking the damage. Worth it. Just to win it. Let's see, choices are key, gems. That really it? Ugh. Gross. Yeah, I just decided to face tank. I was deciding, like, if we had sturdy, I could probably survive it. I see a trial I could take. If that's health, I want it. Gems? Nah, hard pass. Choices are gems, but it's not a boss fight, so I'll take this. I mean, just in case we need decor, I suppose.
More Inferno bombers?
You can kind of see the strategy on these enemies. I don't think there's any counterplay to that. The suction gets a double hit of chill, so we get a very easy 2-stack. That's why I was thinking Dionysus would be okay there. Just because you get an easy double stack of Dionysus. We'll take what we could get though. I think for this, our choices are Hermes or the shop. I'm gonna take the shop, I think. I think normally I would have leveled up another trinket, but I think we really, really need the palms at the end. Just to scale up our cast damage, and also maybe our dash damage. Because every level is... Ooh, fish? Yeah, every level potentially something useful for us. Whereas before it's more like overkill. We might actually need it, we'll see. So many fish, chat. Another Dionysus? Nice.
I'll take this one.
The venerable goddess of the seasons, Demeter, chooses to look as stately as can be. Can you believe it, dearest? Although, why one would mark so many fine lines upon their face, I wouldn't know.
So they have a duo together that I think increases the number of stacks we could get of the Hangover, which is very powerful, because we're going to be stacking a lot of it.
Oh, Aphrodite, dear. You wouldn't know a thing of substance if it offered you a cloak. Your chosen countenance makes plain the full extent of your intentions and your interests alike.
And apparently it's with Demeter, so I stand corrected. What is their duo? Oh, the fire's directly at you. That's right. Sure, why not?
No love without pain.
Let's get the healing.
I can use this.
Kirk is so upset. Why? It's good for us. It puts us in melee, but it's fine. We're fist build.
How goes it lately, Lenny? Everything just fine?
Kirk is just so upset. That is so much damage. It is a little awkward to use on the Bone Hydra, but we can work it in. Once he summons his other minions, though, it'll be pretty free. Why are they camping in the corner? That's actually kind of annoying. I mean, you can see the damage it deals is kind of out of this world. Dead. Okay, now they're cooperating. There we go. Oh, it's not dead yet. I was gonna retrieve the other one for the next phase. Okay, just a couple more punches. I think I want our other cast.
certain.
They are kind of in a weird spot. I have to say this is not my favorite power, specifically for this boss. I think we'll be okay with Minotaur, who likes to go all around me. But, yeah, there we go. So once we kill the other one, we should be good. There we go, just waiting for the game. Artemis saying no to the boss, nice. There we go. Dashed into it for the kill. I hear it hitting us in the distance. So I lost a decent amount of health, but we're also at 220, so we can afford to risk a little. And what would round out this build better is the question. Haven't technically gotten an Aphrodite. Let me think about this. Get another Artemis. Dionysus. We just used. What would she even give us at this point? Just the duo with Dionysus? I think I'm actually gonna ask for Artemis to show up. Unless I just want Ares, just because. Or Athena. Her passes are pretty good. You know what? Let's force Athena to be here. My reason being that we have a max relationship with her. We might as well do it. Restore health.
Help for sure. Excellent.
Boon is upgraded rarity, sure. Take advantage of all that gold we just found.
One more floor.
So we'll be basically at like 3/4 health once we're done. So 125 health, not too bad. We'll just have to play very carefully, I think, to get around this duo. But the reward, of course, is if we could get one more Demeter. Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten a hammer yet. Wow, that's crazy. But if we could get one more Demeter, we're good. Like, we are completely set. It just needs to be able to chill. That's all this is missing. Yeah, see, I can dash past them and just kind of kill them instantly, which is kind of nice. Oh, there's a butterfly. I was wondering what was happening. Goodbye. Ooh, that was scary. I don't know why I did that. So again, if all we do is run away from the enemy, we could get the laser killing them. But yeah, we are really hurting for chill on that for sure, though. Let's see. No new abilities. Dash Upper does an AoE. Pierces and deals damage through armor. Yes, please. This was such a good ability. Special at 2% health, not bad, but destroying armor, god tier. Voices are Hermes. We could get a dash there, it'd be good. Get up to 150 purple. I guess.
Again, you're tampering.
I mean, this is like another 2% potentially I could earn. Not bad.
How many times?
Nice. That's potentially 4% extra to our rare find, which I will definitely take at this point. Oh, I pulled the... That was scary. Did not want to pull that. Yeah, this is where I would say the cast is not as useful against the chariots. But I think once we get past this, we're going to be fine. Because this against the rats is completely fine. Like, you have to kind of just make them chase you, and then you'll be fine. Kind of like that. So it's just a different way to play the game. It's not bad.
In the name of Hades.
God Gauge fills automatically, attack is faster. Let's get God Gauge filled. feel like we can't really go wrong with that. We go to Chaos, health or money. I think we're going to be visiting Chaos in just a moment.
What's for sale?
Let's heal ourselves because we're about to take damage.
Yum.
What do you got for me, Chaos? Oh, shiny. Nice. 15 extra gold. I paid attention that time. Rewarded. Okay, let's go visit Chaos again.
Might as well.
I mean, I'm at 200 health, or 220. But we're going to be back up to 200.
Well then. In the name of Hades.
Afterwards, your cast deals 67% more damage. Yeah, we're gonna do that one, chat. I think we'll be fine now.
Chaos flows through me.
And Athena? Okay. Chat, okay. Just gotta be careful about the bombs and we'll be fine.
I am returned once more to my more earthly capabilities, Short One. And I'm able to move freely once again.
Unfortunately, no more Demeter. I really hope she shows up at the end, or else I feel like we're going to be missing a lot of what makes her cast good. So like right now, it's like, it's solid, but like, is it as good as the Dionysus, the Zeus, even the Ares? No way.
Fine change of pace, Asterius. Who needs that old spectacular custom-fitting suit of legendary armor anyway?
Oh, they even remark when you take off the armor. Interesting.
You mock me. Yet you know nothing of being trapped, enclosed in something and unable to break free. I need no armor to fight you.
There we go. If we can apply a lot of chill stacks to him, it's pretty much free. I don't think there's anything he could really do. There we go. Easy fight.
Well fought.
Till next time, sir.
Let's gift her.
Lady Athena, I know there's more at stake for you in this than just my plight. You care so much about this family. That care and your determination spurs me on. I'm ever grateful.
Perhaps there really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to fight for you. Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them. Perhaps you know better than I.
Our special oh, that's such a shame. I feel like I would have been tempted to take that if it was on the cast. But getting rid of our Frost Strike just for that, when we already know it doesn't behave the way you think it does, I'll just take the God Gauge. Not worth it. Because it only does it on the uppercut, not the hitbox in which you pull them in, which is kind of annoying. It's not as useful as you think it is. Yeah, we got a lot of God Gauge for sure. And again, if we just want to take it slow, we're rewarded with the constant regen. Oh, even the other form drops a bomb. Interesting. Oh, that was dangerous. I don't know why I did that. Very foolish. fine here. Where are the butterflies coming from? I see them. There they are. Thank you, Artemis. One more, and we get 67% extra cast damage.
Something I can use?
I don't think I need to regen, honestly. I mean, I could. I guess there's no downside.
Should be handy.
So we'll be at 200 plus by the end. Around, can't do anything with that. Gold or palm? We're taking the palm. We'll get enough gold either way. Well, thank you for stopping by, Kirk. We always appreciate the company. Ooh, there we go. I love it trying really hard to draw the laser. Love it. Just think, chat, our damage is gonna go through the roof in one more successful win. So I think it might... Oh, I pulled him into me. That was dumb. Unfortunately, we have Sturdy, so that didn't delete me instantly. Nice and easy jabs. We're out of there.
Delicious.
Special does more. Crystal Beam does more. Tempting. I think I'll take the Artemis call. I think we need a little more burst. Anything else in the room? What are our choices? Key or the person we don't like? I guess we'll talk to the person I don't like. He knows what he did, chat. He didn't earn this.
A means to drown my sorrows temporarily. That's good. And rather kind of you, I have to say.
It's nothing. Thank you for not trying to slay me where I stand and boast about it, like seemingly everyone else around here.
Still toiling around within Elysium, I see. Battling my brethren. In the name of glory, is that it?
I'm heading for the surface. Though your brethren are slowing me down, whether for glory or at my father's behest.
Your father? Ah, that's right. But you're the prince, aren't you? You must see plainly, then, what your birthright amounts to. You're no better off than any of us here. Now go.
Unfortunate, I really don't need the health regen. I guess we'll get attack up.
Thanks, sir.
Dual gods? Yeah, there we go. This should fix all of our damage, chat. We'll get Demeter first. Hopefully we could get one of her really solid passives. Will be... Wait, it's not Demeter. It's Aphrodite. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm still gonna pick Aphrodite, because I really don't want her to shoot the stupid homing arrow at me.
How thoughtful.
Inflict weak. Weak lasts longer. Susceptible to more damage. Yeah, we need this.
You really missed an easy shot here, Zacharias. But I will not. You'll see.
Forgive me, Lady Artemis.
There we go. Some nice damage over time on them. I was gonna say, what happens if we summon Artemis to help against Artemis? What even happens there? We should get it in just a moment.
How dare you?
She says, how dare you. I love it. That's a good touch. I like that, chat. That made me smile. Oh, it reconstituted right as I went to kill it. Unfortunate.
Well, Zacharias.
Guess it turns out you need all the help that you can get, so here's a pity boon for you.
Critical deals even more damage to armor. No, we already have the instant armor break. Let's get the every time we hit. Oh, it's not per tick of the cast. Could you imagine if every tick of the cast gave an arrow? But we'll be punching a lot, so this is free damage.
On the prowl.
Choices are the shop or Dionysus. We'll hold on to our money. Let's go to Dionysus. Because if I hold on to the money, I get more for the next area. Might be able to instantly afford something.
In the name of Hades.
Hangover, more likely to take critical damage. Hangover also makes people move slower. We'll do the duo of this. 3 crits. So we now have a way of increasing the crit damage of our casts, which is kind of silly. Now, we didn't really get any healing coming into here, but I think we'll be okay. We got a lot of damage.
A challenger. Well now, Asterius, he's returned. And this time we shall have to vanquish him without the aid of our divine armor. A worthy challenge, no?
Be cautious not to underestimate him, King. He has proved troublesome before.
Nonsense, my friend. For how can one underestimate that which deserves no esteem whatsoever? Together now, attack! Not a chance.
Dang, if only it were slightly easier to apply chill. We're so close, chat. Like, it can do a lot of damage, as you can see. There's not much he could really do to stop me at this point. I think it's over. I think he might die to damage over time, I'm not sure. Yep, he did. Oh no, I got rid of the extreme measures, Chris. We were not doing that with this character. No way. I'm more scared of the Minotaur, as I said before. I actually think Theseus was less annoying. Like, he honestly was like full screen the whole time, and he barely did anything.
The fights of Elysium all failed to thwart you, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna rely on Palm just to carry the win, chat. 404 gold, an excellent amount. I really don't need any of those. I think we're fine. Again, we're gonna look for just small increases to all of our damage or our passives. So we have a lot of damage multipliers, but not a really strong cast, unfortunately. Carry it out. Who knows? We could still get a replacement. Because again, we're only one thing into Demeter's entire tree. So if we get a Dionysus, it's gonna be like the heavens have called. It's gonna be free win. Speaking of which, chat, what are the odds, chat? Can you imagine if this replaces our current cast with the Dionysus cast? It's over. It'll never do it though.
Just what I need.
Yeah, it won't do it. Hangover inflicts more damage. A lot of damage. I like that. How did we not get another Demeter? She's not even an option here? That's crazy. Can I reroll this?
My fate is mine.
Can I re-roll this one? Not better. Unfortunate, chat. Well, we somehow did not get a Demeter. That really blows, chat. That blows so much. So her cast is dead in the water for the end game. So unfortunate. It's weird because we duoed with her. You think we would have had a better chance of getting her at the end, especially with the rerolls. Bad luck, chat. Bad luck.
Got a bite. Another scuffer.
Well, fortunately, we should be regenning gold constantly, so I should be able to pick up the Athena pretty much for free. Maybe even the Hermes. I did get rid of the gold up. Oh, we can end with the health plus. That could be fun. Let's do Aphrodite since we're here.
Hi.
So our goal is to just acquire a ton of cash, hopefully get some palm upgrades to make our current stuff a little better. That's why I was worried about bringing the egg here, just as a joke. Because man, that would have been so bad to get that far and not get what you wanted. But we'll make do with what we got. That is horrible. At least our normal fist is doing quite a bit with the arrows. We could get our 2 status ailments pretty quickly there. Drunken Dash improved, nice. 1 extra damage every half second. It does add up. Please do not be the exit on the first try. I will be so sad. Okay, good. Oh, he died before I could reach him. Awkward. Again, if anything with armor basically shows up, we just do 1 attack and they're armorless. Case in point. There we go. Artemis finishing it off. Nicely done, Artemis. Whenever you take damage, flick weak. Resolve is more potent. I guess. We're gonna have a long drawn-out battle. Might as well take less damage. I was kind of hoping for the on death deal weak to everything around you. I think that's actually pretty solid. Speaking of which, let's go to Athena. Probably get a good passive here.
I'll pay for that.
Are you kidding me? She replaced the same one twice. Chat, very disappointing. Well, we'll take more damage reduction.
All these tunnels.
I know, I would ... that too. Ridiculous. Well, I can afford maybe something from the purple shop, so if that's healing, I might take it. Gonna take it. We're at full health. Hopefully this is not the exit. If it isn't, it's immediately worth it. If it is, I wasted money. Nice. A little bit of damage here and there, but not too much. Crystal Beam just improved. Nice. Every damage point matters. I got poison. Let's cure that. Pop those. Play the keep away game because those things are horrible. Kill that thing. Got clipped. How unfortunate. Bait the enemy into walking into it. Nice.
Nowhere to hide from me.
It felt so unnecessary, but I loved it. It's like right in the middle. A little awkward. And again, you can see with our dash strikes, we're ending up with a lot of arrows. Pretty good. This wasn't the exit, so worth it. Every attack has a chance of being crit. That's what we want. Now the beam can do a lot more randomly. Perfect, chat. Perfect. We're pretty much at full health again. I could afford another palm. Could save up for Hermes. I think I'll try to do that. Let's get Athena again. Hopefully she'll stop trying to replace the special, please. So even if this is the exit, this will be a lot of healing. Still welcome it. Just as long as it's never our first one, I think is the rule of thumb. If it's the first one, it's just bad luck at this point. 1 in 5 failed. But again, starting with that extra meter means we could just kind of burst them like that. Cross flourish. Okay. Such a shame, chat. Such a shame. Can you imagine the beam slowing? Oh, been free wins. I'm gonna make sure to uppercut every now and then, at least to get the double stack of freeze. I'm so glad I did take that though, and not the other passive.
Storage chamber.
This is the exit. Slightly unfortunate, but not bad.
In the name of Hades. An exchange.
No, that's terrible. Whenever you take damage, deflect. Could be useful.
Oh, good. It's still fresh. Heading back.
Which goal are we at? A little shy of our goal. Let's go for the palm. Then we'll end with the health, I think. I think that's the real power play. So yeah, we're gonna be baiting Hades all day long, chat, into walking into that, for sure. Now, I think due to how we have this set up, Artemis and Dionysus, or excuse me, Artemis and, thinking back, we did it, Aphrodite, not Dionysus, I think are conflicting duo powers, so I don't think we could get Artemis's, for example. So ideally, probably would have preferred Artemis's, but this one's not bad, as I said before. As long as you're willing to get into close range. We got even more damage. Nice.
Time to deal with Father's pest problem, I guess. Over there.
Pretty easy.
Power of the gods.
I don't think I want... Oh, regular attack? Never mind, we want this. 20% is actually pretty big. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Barely injured, and we can afford the Hermes. And probably afford one more palm on the way out. In fact, we can afford one right now.
I'll take it.
Pass rapid succession, sturdy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, chat. Yeah, this is what I want. Another power up. Didn't like any of these choices. I guess I can do... I want more of the damage over time. That'll help us more in the long run. 3% to all damage. Let's finish up with the health up, and we're in pretty good position to win. Not the fastest build we've played with, but we'll get there. Just keep in mind, chat, the more damage we deal, the more God meter we get anyway. Plus we have regenerating God gauge. So really no point to getting another 10% at the start. Especially when fights can be like that. Although a little tempting to upgrade our arrow damage, not gonna lie. Ooh. Sweet surrender leveled again. Okay, more damage to all those other people. So we have sturdy when dashing, sturdy when attacking. We are extremely tanky, chat. In fact, did we even take damage while poisoned? That's kind of crazy. Thanks, sturdy. I'm still almost at full. Yeah, we like nerfed the damage to 0 or something there. Wow. Yeah, we face tanked. Look, we only took 2 damage. So I think between the weak and the damage down from the other things in sturdy, the damage taken was pretty much 0. Are we 5 gold short of the final upgrade? That hurts my soul, chat. But we never really got anything to improve the crystal beam outside of 1 upgrade. Kind of unfortunate. So we're just gonna have to win through fighting, I guess.
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the satyr sack.
Yeah, like we still got this, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's always disappointing when you know just like 1 passive would have completely changed the build. Which is why I think it's kind of risky to go for builds like that, and why I don't think I like Demeter overall. It's just, I like the chill stacks, and that's about it.
I'm back, Father.
If you could get them, that is.
I should be getting back to my desk, but I suppose the work can wait.
Oh, he stood in the middle. He stood in the middle. That was his mistake, chat. Listen, that's not my fault if he stands in the middle.
You should have avoided that.
I'm sorry, did he do 10 damage to me?
How cordial of a linguist to appear.
What is my tankiness? Why am I just taking all these shots? What is happening? He did 13 to me, chat. That was kind of sad. He is just getting melted right now. The face tank is real. This character is like unkillable. Look at this. What is he gonna do? Throw a hitsy fit at me? Oh, he's so lucky he went invincible, chat. He is so lucky. I think that would have killed him.
Let's see you run from this.
Chat, we're not even dodging anymore. Let's just go. Let's go. Not dodging anymore. We're ending the game, chat. Wow. You know you are tanky.
Olympus gave you quite the edge against me then.
He's not kidding. I just tanked a whole laser. It barely half healthed me. Didn't even dodge, chat. Who needs dodging?
I must go.
Wow. I wish Hades did that little on our other runs, right, chat?
In my father's name.
So it's kind of funny because we really didn't end up stacking that many things that gave damage resistance until like towards the end, like the resistance, I mean. We got sturdy, which is very powerful, but we had it up on normal strikes, which I think is what led to us being near immortal. Yeah, that was probably the tankiest we've ever been. He didn't even come close to killing us, considering I literally just didn't even bother dodging because it was just faster to hit him.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this.
No.
Ridiculous. So convincing, chat.
Did pretty well that time.
Oh, signed you in. You're good to go.
Good work.
Oh, we can't give Thanatos anymore. That's a good sign.
Answer me something, Zagreus. What am I to you exactly, as of late? Because sometimes with you,
I'm sometimes at a loss myself, Thanatos. The one thing I know is it's always really good running into you out there. It's, well, exciting. Sparring with you and all that. And then I know it means that I might get to see you here.
Oh, chat. Sounds like we might be getting a relationship option soon.
Well, here I am. But you didn't answer my question. Though you know something? Forget I asked. I've got to go.
Wait. No sign of Cerberus for now.
And what of the complaints from Elysium? They wanted the lawns thoroughly manicured for their athletic contests.
Already taken care of. Though the flooding in Asphodel, that doesn't look like something we can clear up for quite some time. Fortunately, the residents seem to be getting accustomed to it.
There have been fewer reports about it as of late. And what of the satyr problem? Blasted things are rampant up there still.
Well, they're probably contained up there, at least. And Zagreus has been keeping them in check, hasn't he?
He has.
Chat, come on. Please? Are you gonna advance the sub-story? You have a different exclamation mark above you. I didn't really talk about this before because I didn't really notice, but hers is flashing. So she must be sub-story related.
Nix, you ever have a burning urge to find the case files for the circumstances under which our court musician bound himself to eternal servitude here in this house and forever lost his opportunity to be with his beloved muse? I was wondering if you had a remedy for that.
Oh my gosh, chat.
Our court musician brings a certain peace to this abode, my child. But you may discover, once you find his case files in section Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder, that the consequences that he suffers may be quite in excess of his trespasses.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder. I'll look into it as soon as possible.
My gosh, please.
Contract I'm looking for should be back there.
Nestled among the towering administrative parchment work of the long since deceased lies an old document concerning a special pact signed by a once living court musician who attempted vainly to rescue his wife from death.
Okay, it should be dispatched over to the house contractor now.
Oh my gosh, chat, finally. That took so unnecessarily long to complete. That was like 7 runs after we got told about the contract. Maybe 6. Please let me finish this.
Orpheus's contract. I can release him. In the name of Hades, I hereby release Orpheus from the terms of his pact.
What? Where did you unearth that blasted contract?
Well, I don't see why not.
Extra seats, chat. Anything else we could do in the lounge? Don't know if she wants anything else. Let's hold off for now.
I have to ask you for a favor, Meg. And I'm willing to make it worth your while if you'll hear me out.
Oh, we're gonna talk to him about Sisyphus. Oh, we're gonna mention Sisyphus? Wait, are we almost completing Sisyphus before we completed Orpheus? We started Orpheus so much earlier.
A proposition, Zagreus. Let's hear it then, while I'm in a charitable mood.
It's about Sisyphus. If I can get my father to alleviate his sentence, would you just ease off of him a little bit? You and your sisters. I think he's suffered quite enough under your whips.
I don't know what you see in him, I swear. But you don't need to ask such things of me. If you can overturn his sentence with Lord Hades, I'd like nothing better than to never see that miserable shade again.
It's a deal. No sign of Dusa. Look at what I caught, Chef.
A lot of fish. Key, gems. Okay.
Done deal.
We're not gonna purchase anything more, but I feel like we upgraded the lounge enough. I really hope that's enough.
Fine job, Thanatos.
Freedom for Bouldy, exactly, Chan. Oh, forgot to talk to you. Didn't even see you. Let's be waiting out of here, doesn't there? Death of Ancient Curse. Anything in the gardens? Nope.
The fates have spoken.
Wait, what? Oh, I guess we haven't renovated. How did we not renovate the lounge still? What does it want from me, chat? Well, I don't understand. What? Okay. Oh boy, chat. I mean, like, what else is there to do in the lab? I already added a rug. Added seats. There's no... If it wants the shelf, it's out of its mind. I mean, I could expand the kitchen.
Approved. Who am I to stop the shades there in the lounge from cooking up whatever it is they're making?
What did you purchase now?
Oh, a shiny thing. Hold on. Gonna interact with that. Hopefully this will count.
Having invested heavily into the cooking area within the House of Hades, the empty-stomached Zagreus can nonetheless find nothing fit to eat.
Oh.
It's alright, wasn't hungry anyway.
So we still didn't fulfill the prophecy. Chat, we've purchased so many things already. I don't understand. It must want something really specific, which will make me very upset when we find out that it wants, like, you got the wrong thing. Yeah, like, now we unlocked more for this. I don't even know what to say. Like, we've almost purchased everything at this point. What does this do?
These adorable little creatures forced to live in a cage ought to lighten the mood.
Oh, hey.
Those bats are for reconnaissance, not for your mood.
And... Sure, we'll get the prism sphere. Why not?
How about this, contractor?
This will be our last diamond purchase.
Orb won't fill the lounge with revelry. I don't know what will.
Blood and darkness, what have you done now?
Oh no, we have butterflies, chat.
Let's have a bat's eye view.
So just lets you view the whole lounge.
No time to rest.
Alright, well apparently none of that counted, chat. We have not fulfilled it.
Oh wow, look at the pretty butterfly.
Exactly, chat. We didn't do it, apparently. Silly me, chat. I only purchased like 9 things for it. Ridiculous.
The mirror of night.
I give up, chat. Let's max that a little more.
Just need to keep at it.
Brutal, chat. I'm a little low on nectar. I mean, I guess I could purchase some keys, actually. I also forgot to see what deal there was there, because that could have been a really big mistake if there had been something cheap to purchase for the 100. Not that I could do anything about it now. Yeah, that was a mistake.
Fair and square.
Get the nectar, though. 4 nectar should be fine. Most characters, I think, at this point are capped. I lost 1 diamond. Oh well. Not that I use them for anything anyway. What is our next weapon? Shield? Again?
My shield.
I think I want to do more Aspect of Zeus. I mean, Aspect of Chaos is fun, but I think I just like Zeus more.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yeah, see that, chat? I'm allowed to have, like, another weapon out. A lot of damage. Fortunately, the next up... Oh, that's a lot of base damage. Well, I still have other aspects I need to unlock. Like, I'm not going to play with Guan Yu Blade. It just requires too many blood. Oh, eventually we have to play with the sword. Aspect of Rama was interesting. Oh, speaking of which, what happens if we upgrade it? Oh, sheer damage is up. Makes sense. Gloves. Bonus special hits. Ooh. That could be fun for stacking.
Let's test the bond between us.
We'll see.
You just protect me.
I guess for now I could get 1 more upgrade for Blitz Shield. I mean, I kind of like the Blitz Shield.
Just reveal your secrets.
Whoa, what was that?
That being stronger doesn't hurt.
Very nice.
This is free damage. Is it already almost kills the beginning enemies pretty easily? You can see by me not withdrawing it, it almost one-shot him. One sustained shot, that is. I guess for next time, I will try to get... We need Poseidon. We need to talk to Poseidon. I need Poseidon Ares. I'm trying to think what would be a good fit for this. Zeus, for sure. I keep wanting to get his special there. But something that constantly applies. I'll leave it on Poseidon, I think, for now. Though I want more his dash than his normal strike. Have to think about this, chat. Yeah, maybe we'll do, like, Poseidon into Zeus, into Ares again. Very consistent. Technically, I could forego Zeus, but then I'm not taking advantage of the spin. Where I feel like the Zeus shield is really meant for the Zeus special, which makes sense. It's something that doesn't do a lot of damage, but applies hits multiple times. A lot of free lightning damage. Stacking Ares could be fun, but that's only if we get it early. I guess I could take Ares and then just try to pick up with the other two. I'm not sure. Leave it like that for now, though. Let's save what we have. Let's exit a couple rooms. We'll discuss. I don't know if the musician will ever come back willingly. But goodbye, Orpheus, for now. Yeah, I really hope when they were talking about that they just meant more... I just want to double check. Did they just specifically want the lounge or everywhere in general?
Is this all that the Fates have planned for me?
No, just the lounge. I don't know what we need, chat. No idea. So let's go and talk a little bit. Lots of feelings about the game so far. Well, we saw the tankiest build I have ever seen. That thing was unkillable. Our damage was not super high, but it doesn't matter when you can literally make Hades do 3 damage to you. Just very silly. So it was a very interesting take on a different way to beat the game. I can't say we've ever just straight up tanked the final boss for like 30 seconds. Didn't bother dodging or doing anything else. Nothing but punching. That was interesting. We're still not done with Orpheus' side story, by the way. If you noticed, FYI, he still hasn't met up with Eurydice. So we're still not done with the side story. We might actually legitimately be done with Sisyphus before him. It could happen, chat. It's a rush to see who finishes last. I mean, Sisyphus, at least, like, we don't see him very often, so it makes sense. But, like, we've been speaking with Eurydice so much in comparison, and Orpheus. It's not even fair. But I think for now, chat, this is a good stopping point. We did not drop the win streak. We did not drop the win streak. We maxed out Egg. Chaos seemed really delighted. So I feel like if we just keep talking to Nyx, maybe we'll get them to finally go forward and complete their sub-story. Again, I think we're at the game's mercy, chat. It's all down to the RNG of the conversations. Because honestly, at this point, there are so few gods we have not maxed relationship with, or at least are at the point where we can't seem to do anything. So, we'll see. Also, I would like to state, we've gotten really far in, and we've only gotten 1 summon so far. I don't know who gives us the other summons, but I'm feeling kind of robbed. I kind of wish Sisyphus made us summon Bouldy. Could you imagine, chat, if Bouldy's the final summon? Chat would never let me pick another summon. It would be like it's over. It's actually over. It would only be Bouldy. Every other choice would be wrong, other than maybe Cerberus. But Cerberus didn't give us anything for maxing bonds, so I don't think that could be the case. So anyway, chat, I'd just like to thank you all for joining. I still have to touch up the UI a little bit. I saw that the recent follows were gone again, but I'm gonna blame Stream Elements on that one, chat. I fixed it once, but I guess it didn't save. What can I say? But in any case, thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.